everybody, welcome to Impossible Coin. Somewhere in Ohio, our premier anime correspondent and expert on Asian social media, Tegan Somerset.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am indeed the premier anime expert.
Great to have you here, Tegan.
Yeah, great to be here, Brian. Great to be here.
Outstanding. In West Texas, our tabletop gaming expert and our food and drink correspondent, Rocky Hardy. How are you, Rocky?
I'm doing great. Hey, howdy, how you doing, everybody?
Jesus.
We just want to remind everybody that our show is brought to you by Bomba Tacos and Rum. Absolutely some of the most delicious tacos and rum that you can find in the greater Akron area. We recommend that you try the Bomba Bowls. Have a spicy shrimp Bomba Bowl, and if you still find yourself hankering something, then maybe try the Grill Zucchini Tacos. They're fantastic. That's right, folks. That's Bomba Tacos and Rum, located in Akron. How are you guys today?
I'm doing great, Brian. I'm having a good time.
I feel like we're going to do an advert for Vault Tech next, and then the bombs will drop.
Wait,
and we'll
what?
be like, no! We should have reserved our spots at Vault Tech! No! And
No,
they'll all die. It'll be
We
good.
should have reserved our spots at fucking Bomba Tacos and Rum. They have kind of a soft reserve system. You know, it's not like true reservations.
Brian, stop it. You're scaring me. You're
Okay.
scaring the children.
I don't know, like, I've heard good things about their presidential rum flight.
Yep, me
Good
too.
best shot.
Yep, definitely the
'Cause
best.
I had it.
Yeah, see,
And it was good.
see, Tegan, you're already a satisfied customer. You can't hoard Bomba to yourself, all right? We're not hipsters. We're an equal opportunity food and drink podcast. Wait, no, we're not. We're a video game podcast. Guys, can we talk about video games?
On that note, what
Please.
I'd like to talk about is this fucking goulash I ate this morning.
Okay.
What's a colache? What's that?
It's a pastry.
Yum. Okay, I'm on board.
Okay.
Does it have fruit in it?
It can, but the one I had sausage, cheese, and jalapeno.
That's
So-
not a pastry then.
No, it's still a pastry. It's just like a breakfast, like,
It's a savory
goulash.
pastry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This new Vietnamese bakery opened across the street. And as near as I can tell, like, there are 3 types of bakeries that are always going to be like, this is trouble. You're going to spend more time here than you want because this is all fucking delicious. And those are French bakeries, Mexican bakeries, and Vietnamese bakeries. And already being in the Phoenix area, I'm at a higher than normal rate for the United States of encountering Mexican bakeries. The addition of a Vietnamese bakery to my neighborhood is pure fucking trouble because everything over there is delicious. I can go get a really goddamn tasty goulash, many varieties, a fantastic croissant, and get a boba, and it's just, too good. Too good.
I'm really happy for you, but those also sound like non-problems. But I'm really happy for you.
I mean, it's a problem for, like, your waistline.
I guess it's also true.
Yep.
Well, all Brian needs to do is play more Pokemon Go.
Trying to
You
fit
know?
in that sundress, you know?
It is sundress season.
Oh, Tegan,
Man.
I mean, the good thing about the sundress problem is I'm not trying to become peak Rocky fuckable, so, like...
Are you sure about that? I don't know why you wouldn't want to be.
I've gotten good reviews on, like, Tinder and Yelp.
Can you leave reviews on Tinder? That would be great! I want to be able to leave reviews on Tinder!
Swipe diagonal to leave a review.
Oh my god, I would find at least two of my exes I would find on Tinder and be like, 0 out of 10.
0 out of 10. Damn.
0 out of 10. Inexperienced, but says they are.
Now, Tegan, are you specifically talking about their ways of the world or boning?
Yes.
Yes, I think is the answer to that question, Brian. I'm here for this drag.
So basically they're just still like a person who like kicks cereal out of a plastic bowl.
One of them's like excellent at dates. Like
Okay.
11 out of 10 on the dates.
11 out of 10 on dates.
But 0 out of 10 in bed.
Okay, but doesn't that
Yeah.
like amount to like more than a negative, like, what was it, 3?
No, she said 0 out of 10.
Okay.
She didn't say -3.
Okay, but I guess what we're saying then is, like, boning is so highly valued.
Well, here's the problem, is like, if you're on Tinder to bone.
True.
Not to find a date.
Right.
And the thing is, the one guy I'm thinking of was great at dates and terrible in bed.
So it's like a 0 out of 10 on Tinder, but maybe like a 4 out of 10 on Bumble.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I understand that. That makes sense. I'm working on my Bumble presence too. We'll get to deal with that later.
But then, like, the other guy was across the board zeros.
Damn. Rip that guy.
Bad in bed, bad dates, bad at not fucking other people.
Jesus.
Like, a whole thing.
Tegan,
Zero.
on a scale of 1 to 100, how many times did he think that Chipotle was an appropriate date?
Oh no. Brian.
I don't eat Chipotle, remember?
That doesn't mean he didn't try. I guess that's what I'm getting at.
Did he try, Tegan? Did he try to take
There
it
was
to
many
Chipotle?
an instance of, I'm gonna get Chipotle, do you want anything?
Okay.
And it's like, yeah, can you swing by any other restaurant and pick up something? And he'd be like, nah, I'm only going to Chipotle.
And how many times did you witness this human eating kicks out of a plastic bowl?
0, because I wouldn't buy kicks.
Well, I mean, he could bring his own from home, right?
Yeah. Just be like, now that I've finished being the worst, please witness me eating this child's cereal.
Right. To be fair, I eat child cereal.
Okay, no, hold on. I have a question. What is adult cereal, and why do I already hate it?
Special K is adult cereal.
Jesus.
Delicious.
Does it still come with the strawberries?
The strawberry one does.
Okay.
Yeah, like those, like, flash-fried, freeze-dried, fucking terrible little strawberries. Like, yeah.
I get the almond. The almond's good.
Okay.
I think that, like, any cereal that advertises itself at least a little bit on its ability to help you shit more is grown-up cereal.
So, like, Raisin Bran's grown-up cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
anything that features, like, at least one non-sports, non-cartoon, adult white male.
Okay, what about Frosted Wheat Thins?
Kind of cuspy.
Okay.
They're frosted. They're that in-between. They're that young adult cereal, because they're frosted, but they're healthy.
So, like, with the exception
Healthier.
of Raisin Bran, which we've confirmed is straight-up adult cereal, I think young adult cereal is actually my wheelhouse. I'm okay with that.
There is the trash known as grape nuts.
No, I don't want to talk about grape nuts. I mean...
Honey Bunches of Oats is adult cereal.
Oh, no way.
No.
Yeah.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Is Honey Nut Cheerios adult cereal, Tegan?
Honey Nut Cheerios is definitely adult cereal because it's all about being heart healthy.
Woo! I don't know about that one.
Frosted Cheerios are young adult cereal because they're frosted.
I think that Tegan might have some different perceptions.
Tegan eats fucking s'more cereal. Are you shitting me? Tegan eats children's cereal.
Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, Tegan's in a different, she's in a different world.
Tegan bought a family-sized box of Reese's Puffs and ended up eating them for dinner after her bag of chips.
Oh, Jesus.
Because of her failed stir-fry.
Okay, Tegan, I feel bad about your stir-fry. We are going to talk about that. But I had to jump in because I remembered I used to see this girl who wanted to... Well, no, there was a girl who was interested in seeing me, and she asked me if I was dating someone, but she didn't say that. She said, "You don't have a Honey Bunches of Oats," but I thought she was kidding, and I actually laughed. I regret that moment. That girl was very cute.
That's cute! Oh, God, that's cute!
On a scale of 0 to sundress, how much do you regret it?
Honestly, I would be married to that girl right now if for some reason I didn't know that she had 3 kids when I met her.
So she's a Karen.
She's not a Karen, but she's really cute. Like, it hurts. You ever see someone that's so attractive it makes you upset?
You say this, and the first thing I thought of was when you said, "Have you ever seen a girl so cute?" I pictured the new Kotori angel figure that's coming out, and I about died. Oh my god, she's so cute! Kotori White Day?
Oh, I think you retweeted that one with the white dress with the purple tones and
with
stuff.
The angel, yeah! There she is! Look at how good she is! Oh! Oh, have you ever seen a girl so perfect?
That's a cartoon.
Yeah, Brian, it was a cartoon the whole time.
Have you ever seen a girl so good? No, there's an actual person who plays her. Like, and wears that actual outfit.
Okay, well, are they the cute one? Because I'm looking at a cartoon here.
I mean, they're also cute, but like all the figures are of the cartoon.
I don't think Brian gets it, Tegan. It's okay.
Aww.
It's a cartoon person. It's being like, I want to take Princess Jasmine to Pound Town. That shit's not real.
No. Oh, the actress is cute too, dang. She's cute.
Get it.
I'll show you the real girl, Brian. She's the one who gets on stage and stuff, and like actually performs in the actual costumes. That's a thing that actually happens with the Love Live girls, is they wear the costumes on stage and do actual live shows of all the actual songs, and she cute too. Yep. Aw, she cute. Brian disagrees.
No,
he doesn't feel anything about
now
it.
I'm in the uncomfortable position of I've been presented with a photo of an actual human person. It's one of those things where it's like, what is the appropriate response?
That's from her modeling stuff.
To being asked to rate the cuteness of a person? And I'm like, oh man, I'm wandering into problematic territory here. How do I navigate?
The easy answer is, she's cute. Obviously.
Because cuteness is actually an aesthetic measurement. It's not...
Yeah.
It's not a measure of, like...
It's not a value.
I would maintain that, like, cuteness isn't actually, like, sexual at all.
Yeah.
In general.
Cuteness is not sexual.
Yeah.
Wait just a damn minute here.
Oh, no.
No, we're gonna have this conversation. I've been waiting for it.
It's okay.
Wait, really? Like...
Yeah.
Wait, where? Where? When the fuck was Rocky waiting for this?
That's the entire Muse group. Like, all the actual girls who are the actual voice actors.
That is... man,
stage.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
It's okay. Here you go. This is Aqua's. Here's Aqua's.
This is terrible radio.
Yay! Good girls! They're all good girls! And they're doing their best.
They're doing their best, Brian. They're getting
10
their paper.
out of 10.
I'm not disputing that they're
really
getting their
are.
fucking paper. Like, that is not under dispute.
I know. That's why we don't have to fight about it. We could just, like, agree collectively. And then we're
Like,
cool.
I just...
Come on.
Man,
Talk
God
to us,
damn it.
Brian.
All right. And I guess this is one of those things where one of you, likely Tegan, will call me a monster. I just look at these fucking girls all dressed up like... Are these schoolgirl outfits in this picture here?
In the one picture, yeah. But that's the Love Live, that's like their costume. That's the Love Live, like, school costume.
Then let me tell you
School
what
uniform.
my first reaction is to this picture.
Mm-hmm.
It makes my fucking skin crawl.
Okay.
What?
That's intense. Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, please do, because I'm confused.
Okay, all right. I look at the people who consume it, not the content that is offered,
Sure.
and I feel
Right.
like there is a frequently sexual component to Japanese idol culture.
Okay.
So when I see a bunch of people festooned to look like fucking school children, in turn, my brain goes, it's kind of like word association. I then think about the people who are going to consume that content, and I think about how many of those people are just fucking terrible. They're not all Tegans. Some of them are bad people.
Right.
Well, yeah, some of them are definitely bad people.
And a lot of them are bad people, and those bad people prop up the industry. If we were to look at it like a pie graph, the bad people are the Pac-Man part, and then Tegan is the mouth.
I'm not sure that's true, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, and I look at that and I'm like, man, I am
Let
fucking
me know
unsettled.
if this helps at all. This girl, Aya, is 32 years old.
Okay, sure, she's 32, but if she's trying to peddle herself as somebody who's not even fucking legal tender, and then doing so convincingly, then it's not about her being 32. She's not being presented as a woman who is 32. The second photo you sent me,
Mm-hmm.
would it be fair to say that this outfit looks like very youthful, like possibly even childish?
I mean, that's a lot of Japanese fashion, is youthful.
Okay, all right, and again, I'm not disputing that, but I'm saying that, like, this presentation, this photo, is designed to evoke a child.
Ooh, I'm gonna say that's a no.
I'm skeezed out by this picture.
I totally understand that perspective.
And I think it might even have something to do, not just the outfit. I'm more skeezed out by the second photo than the first photo, and I think it has more to do with the way the
pout looks.
Yes, the expressions by the subject. The first photo seems to be like, yep, I'm off to school, what's up, I'm a human. And then the second photo
is closer to like, I'm a sexy baby. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and I'm just like, man, fuck that, I'm bothered by that.
But she's not a sexy baby.
No, I agree with you, Tegan, but I can see how sexy baby could be read from that image.
That makes me sad.
I get that. My condolences.
Yeah.
I see why Brian's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not uncomfortable.
Right.
But I see why Brian's uncomfortable.
Right.
So, Tegan, on the show doc here, it says that you've been playing Bang Dream, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I've been playing it.
Is that the sequel to Bang Dream?
No, that's still Bang Dream Girls Band Party. I just didn't want to type out the full name.
Okay.
Right now there's a summer event going on. Yay, summer events! That does mean cards of the girls in swimsuits. Because there's a beach episode.
Right.
These are also high school girls, and they're also anime as fuck. So, like, you know.
Yeah.
They're cute, though.
They are cute. I believe that.
And they're doing a special event right now where if you log in, you can get little sailor outfits for the girls to wear on stage. And when I say sailor outfits, I mean like, actual, like, seifuku sort of, but more nautical themed. So they have, like, little sailor hats, and they wear shorts, and they got the little ties and stuff. It's fun.
Okay.
But this event is called Happy Summer Vacation, and, oh, it's so sad. I mean, it's good, but, like, some of the girls are like, this is not what I want.
But are they regular human girls presented to look like prepubescent girls for your sexual enjoyment?
They're anime-ass anime girls.
Okay, then everybody can proceed.
But they do have actual girls who go to actual live shows, who voice these actual girls, and play their actual instruments. There are actual girls put in costumes, like these girls are, so you know.
They're out there.
Same idea. But all the art in-game is just the cartoon girls. But the girl who voice acts Rinko, Shirokane, who's the keyboardist for Rosalia, has to retire. It was just announced yesterday because she's suffered some nerve damage and it's resulting in some hearing loss.
Oh no.
So she can no longer pitch match.
Oh no.
She can't sing any of the new songs and she can't play any of the new songs because she can't hear what's wrong.
Yo, that would be like actually horrifying.
Yeah. So she's going to the last seasonal live event, which is at the end of August. And then afterwards they're holding auditions for someone to replace her. And they need someone who can play piano at a professional level, who can sing, and who would be comfortable doing this voice. They're opening it to professional players and amateurs, so anybody can audition. As long as you're at least 23 years of age.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, let's go be magical girls.
I'm down.
Let's go!
You'd have to be a very specific girl. Rosalia's real cool, too. Like, their band vibe is cool. They're sort of gothic, but their music is more like rock alternative, I guess?
That sounds dope.
I don't know, I really like them. First animated PV they got is for Black Shout, which is like one of their real good songs. But my favorite are still the pastel palettes. And there's no pastel palettes in this one, and I'm sad. The last event was all pastel palettes, though, so that's why.
So, Brian, how's your piano game? Where's it at?
I'm going to say it's probably solid 0 out of 10.
Dang.
Aww.
Yeah.
I can play a little bit. I might be able to play better than that one guy from Maroon 5, but, like, I'm not that good. Maybe we can't be magical girls. Not this time. It's not our time. Okay. Brian, so how was your pack opening last night?
Oh yeah, how was that?
The pack opening is next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The expansion drops. God, I think it's the 7th?
Okay. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Okay, but you were telling us you, like, pulled a legendary or something.
Yeah. I was just fucking around doing the weekly Tavern Brawl.
All right. What was it?
Okay, so the weekly Tavern Brawl is like where they will create games with some kind of like custom rule set.
Right.
And they run the game for like 4 days, and it's outside of regular ranked and regular casual play in arena. It's just like, here's a goofy little fucking thing to do. And for your first win each week in Tavern Brawl, they give you a free pack.
Mm-hmm.
This week's Tavern Brawl was Valera's Bag of Burgled Spells, where they give you a pre-built deck with minions from your class, but random spells from across all 9 classes.
All right.
That sounds cool.
Yep.
I'm in.
Yep. I'm like, okay. It's a fun brawl. They run it a couple times a year. And then when I got my win, went and opened my pack, got a Baron Geddon, which is a legendary elemental with 7 attack, 5 health.
That's not bad.
And I mean, his stat line's not the best, but his flavor text, super good. At the end of your turn, he does 2 damage to every other character.
Jeez.
Yes. And that's friendly and enemy characters. So there's a couple different really good ways to use him. You can either slot him into a warrior deck where lots of cards get buffed by being damaged. So you put Baron Geddon in, he could damage your guys and give them their buffs. Since they have buffs coming from damage. Including stuff like Battle Rage, which is a warrior card where you get to draw a card for each damaged character. And then the other deck that he's real good in is Elemental Mage. Elemental Mage is a mage archetype where you're slotting in a bunch of elementals, and then once you play the Death Knight character for that class, then all of your elementals have lifesteal. And then what you suddenly realize is that Rocky and Tegan don't give a shit about any of this, and you just kind of wind it down.
What do you mean? I wanted to know what the lifesteal, like, elemental tech was going to be like.
Okay, all right.
You're like, oh, fuck, someone was actually listening. You're funny, Brian.
Lifesteal means that any damage which is done by a minion results in healing to your character.
Okay.
So when Baron Geddon does 2 damage to every other character, so conceivably your enemy could have up to 7 minions out on the board.
Right.
And you could have up to 7 minions out on the board.
Right.
So that means that there is a total of 13 minions which are not Baron Geddon. Because 7 and 7...
-1.
Yeah, -1. Plus the opponent. Plus you. So that's up to 15 targets.
Uh-huh.
So if there's full boards on both sides, then Baron Geddon heals you for 28.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's real good. So basically, you can look like your back is totally against the wall, like especially if you're playing like an aggro deck, and then you play Baron Geddon, and he does like all of his damage against like shitty creeps, and then you're like, surprise! I'm now at nearly full health. Please consume this bag of dicks I've prepared for you.
So, one of the funnier things that I remember about Hearthstone is I remember thinking it'd be neat to overheal. Because I've been messing around with Octopath, and there's a specific ability that you have called... Oh no, what's it called? I think it's like Sacred Grace, but basically allows you to overheal. And in a JRPG, that's kind of neat. Like, it's useful, like, with keeping someone up. But when I was in a boss fight, I have an item, which is like the Super Phoenix Down, that like, instead of healing me for whatever my max health is, it straight up heals me for 9,999. But with that ability on, even if my character doesn't have 9,999 health, that res will bring them back with that amount of health. And I'm at endgame right now, and no one has more than like 4.5k. And just like, I get my healer with 9k health for free for burning an item. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Except for when I absolutely need it. which is where I am right now.
There is conceivably a way to overheal in Hearthstone.
Okay.
It would require playing a priest. Priest has a quest, which is play 7 death rattle minions in a game. Reward is a character called Amara, Warden of Hope. Mm-hmm. So you have to play 7 death rattle minions.
Okay.
And so once you do that, it puts into your hand a card called Amara, Warden of Hope, which is a 5 mana 8/8, which is a great stat line.
Uh-huh.
But Amara's battle cry reads, set your hero's health to 40, which is 10 higher than the base health in the game.
Right.
So if you want to be a real
dickhead.
Yeah, if you want to be a real dickhead, what you do is you complete your Amara quest, and then there's a couple of cards in the game which to do this. You play a card called Baleful Banker, and what Baleful Banker does is it puts a copy of a minion that you have on the board into your deck, so another copy. And so Amara is a 5 mana card, and then Baleful Banker is a 2 mana card. So now you're shuffling another card into your deck, which will then set your health again to 40. So you can be sitting there taking damage, and you're like, whatever, just so you know, there's another card in my deck, which is going to put my health back to 40. And then if you want to be a real cocksauce, there's a card called Zola the Gorgon, which is a 3 mana card, which is also a 2/2 like the Baleful Banker. But the reason that it costs more than the Baleful Banker is that the copy that it creates, it puts into your hand.
Ooh.
So that way you don't have to depend on drawing it. You're already holding it.
Mm.
A Baleful Banker is an epic card, which means that you're allowed to have 2 of them in your deck. So between Baleful Banker and Zola the Gorgon, you can generate up to 3 additional copies of Amara, which means that you can set your health to 40 up to 4 times off a card that you didn't even have in your deck when you built it. And so what you want to do is try and build a deck which is just designed to make the other player exhaust themselves and burn themselves out and draw all their cards and then be like, yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. You're just going to die from fatigue and I'm just going to keep on fucking setting my health to 40.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a stall deck.
Yep, it is a stall deck.
Okay. I've seen those. They're really painful to play against if you're not prepared. But they're a good strat. Like, I respect it.
Yep. Yeah, it is fun. I'm playing a lot of Mill Warlock right now.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Because there is a card called Howlfiend. Did I already talk about Howlfiend? If I talked about Howlfiend, someone tell me to shut the fuck up.
I don't
think so.
I don't think so, man.
Howlfiend is he's a 3 mana card with 3 attacks, 6 health, which is a really good stat line. And the reason is he has a major downside, which is that every time Howlfiend takes damage, you discard a card in your hand.
Ugh. Okay.
Ooh.
Yes. But basically you're playing Howlfiend because you don't want to control Howlfiend.
Right, so you throw it on their side.
Yeah, so the way you do it is play Howlfiend, and you combo it with a card called Treachery, which is where you give one of your minions to your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, surprise, now you have Howlfiend. And then you find things that can do small amounts of chip damage, so that way Howlfiend is going to take each point of damage for its 6 health as an individual hit, so you can cause them to discard up to 6 cards. It's especially hilarious if you're playing against a mage and you're pretty sure the secret that they're running is Mirror Entity, meaning that when you play a card, it creates a copy of it. So that way, when you play the Howlfiend, Mirror Entity creates a Howlfiend, and then you give them the Howlfiend you made, so now they have 2 Howlfiends. So you can just cause them to, like, burn out their entire hand. The funniest one I've experienced so far is I gave somebody a Howlfiend, and I'm chipping away at the Howlfiend, and I watched, it was a shaman, and it caused them to discard their Shudderwalk. And the entire deck is built around Shutterwalk. They just conceded. Right. They're like, yeah, fuck it. I'm out. And I'm like, yeah, you are out, sir. Have a nice day.
Thanks for playing. Mm-hmm. Okay, Brian, I have two questions.
Yes.
One, is it possible to heal creatures on your opponent's board? Because that way you could cheese them into, like, if the Halfling gets too low and they're thinking, thankfully this Halfling's almost done, thinking we could just sit through it, and then you just heal the Halfling back up and you just restart it?
Why, yes, there is. There are minions that you play that have battle cries that allow you to direct healing. And as long as the directed healing doesn't have flavor text which limits the possible targets, like, say, a good example of like a limited target would be like, say, restore 4 health to a friendly character.
Right.
At that point, it would limit you to either you, your hero, or one of your minions. But if the flavor text just reads something like restore 3 health, that's all it says, then it doesn't limit the possible targets. Meaning that you can, in fact, heal their fucking Hellfiend and make them take it more. Now, obviously what they'll try to do is try and kill that Hellfiend as quickly as possible. So if you have any big creatures, they'll try and run it into that on their next turn, at the cost of 1 card, but at least getting it off the board.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So the trick is to run smaller creatures, so that way if they try and run the Hellfiend into anything, it's not going to finish the job, meaning that they have to swing at least twice if they're committed to that plan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are obviously some classes which will have strats for dealing with this. If you have a priest who's running any kind of silence, they can just turn off the flavor text. Or druids can just naturalize the Hellfiend. But a lot of people are going to be stuck with that fucker, and it's going to be very sad, and they're going to be very, very sad. Rocky.
Yeah.
Your section in our show document reads, fucking Octopath.
True.
What's the deal? I thought you were in love with this game.
No, I love this game, sir. But, we're fighting right now. And that happens in any important relationship. But we'll get through it. I'm playing Octopath. I've completed all the chapters. Oh, Tegan, that reminds me. The way that allows you to transfer your protagonist is by completing their story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, I, being the dumbass, saved Primrose's Chapter 4 to be the last Chapter 4 that I was going to do. And that's when it allowed me to change characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but apparently as long as you finish his protagonist, Chapter 4, then you can switch characters freely. I have unlocked all 4 bonus classes, which are Warbringer, Starseer, Sorcerer, and Runeblade. And they're all pretty dope. They have interesting setups. Like War Master gives you access to all the weapons and a super attack with each individual weapon. And their actual super, where they burn 3 boosts, allows them to hit a target, no, not a target, all targets, with an attack that includes every single weapon. So you just do 6 attacks in a row, straight up physical. Sorcerer gives you 3 hits with every element. Runeblade allows you to make any physical attack elemental, and you can spread that to your team. And it's actually really neat because it scales off of your magic damage. So even if you put on someone like Primrose who has garbage physical attack, they'll do a physical attack and then they'll get hit by the element that their weapon is augmented by, and that'll scale off of their magic damage. So that's really neat, especially when you identify an elemental weakness when everyone doesn't have the weapon weakness, because you could just spread the elemental to everyone and then just let everyone physically attack and not spend SP, and you can get a free break in a single turn off of that. It's pretty cool. Starseer gives you a lot of weird stat boosts. I mean, some of them are just critical. One of them just buffs all defensive stats. One of them increases your BP intake so that every turn, instead of getting 1 boost point to power up your abilities, you get 2 per turn. If you use the Dancer ability to make it so that your buffs affect everyone, you can give any one of those buffs to your entire team at once. And Starseer, ironically, even though it has only 2 attacks, it has 1 combo spell and their super, which is actually the best spell in the game. because it scales off of how much BP the party has, and at full, like, BP with, I think, over 500 magic attack, you're dealing 9,999 damage. No, sorry, I missed a 9. 99,999 damage to everyone that's on the field. It's pretty gross, but it takes a couple turns to build up, but if you're thinking about it in, like, damage per turn, it comes out to something like 30,000 damage per turn, and that's pretty solid. Like, I can't be mad at that. Outside of that, I finished all the stories, specifically, and they're all really good, they're all really poignant. I'm in the final dungeon, which is only discoverable by finishing a couple of side quests. One is really obvious as to why this one's related, the other one isn't. And so, I mean, I ultimately had to look it up. Thank you to Jason Schreier. And while I don't feel like it connects all the stories in the way that larger RPGs do, it definitely shows how each individual story was relevant to this story. And it has a boss gauntlet and the final boss, which is stupid and I hate it, but I'm going to figure it out. In the boss gauntlet, I got to fight that poison tiger again, and, like, now I can roast that poison tiger. So, you know, I'm feeling the growth. It's a really cool JRPG.
Can you use all 8 characters in the boss gauntlet, or do you have to use the 4?
So, when you get to the boss gauntlet, it locks you in a room, and you can't save there. But, there is a pedestal that allows you to switch your teammates freely. So while you're in the boss gauntlet, it's basically just like a room. There's no random battles. And you can just set up before each fight. But you're basically doing the Chapter 3, Chapter 4 boss of, like, everyone.
Okay.
And, like, you can freely switch your party members there. Once you beat all 8 of those, then you go up basically a staircase that takes you to the final boss. And it tells you to arrange your group into 2 parties. So it looks like you're going to use all 8 of them. But the fight that I did yesterday, when I was trying to fight it, was, like, super frustrating. And I think it's in phases, because once my main team died, I was just out. Like, it made me restart from the beginning of the boss gauntlet.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it's kind of intense. But the good news is that if you set up your parties right, the boss gauntlet's not hard. There are some characters that are obviously better than others. There was one fight that I did where the boss kept silencing my entire team, and I am definitely on magical firepower train, like I have all of it, but without being able to use abilities and spending, like, each individual turn to, like, get rid of it was super annoying. And I didn't have Alphen on my team, and, like, if Alphen was there, I could have just, like, cured silence en masse with, like, a single character's turn, and it would have been a lot easier, but I didn't do that. And, like, once I rearranged it, like, I beat that fight in, like, 3 rotations, as opposed to, like, burning most of my items. So, it's a different experience. But I like it. I really appreciate the freedom and, like, the customization that I'm able to do with certain characters. And some of the things, like, later on start to make more sense. As far as, like, cross abilities. Now my physical attackers, like, I know they have low SP, like, as a rule. And for a while, what I was trying to do was make it have other teammates, like, compensate. Like, I was running Therian as a battery to pass SP to, like, low SP characters.
Right.
But I realized later that there's an ability, well, I mean, I knew that I had it, but there's an ability that merchants have called SP Saver, which just cut all SP, like, costs in half. And it's much simpler to give up that support skill slot for, like, a slight stat reduction to allow me to deal more damage over time, since I can't guarantee that I'll have full SP when I go into every fight, because I can't save and I can't, like, rest or anything.
Right.
So, like,
could you not also put the dancer ability on them, though? That lets you regen SP?
Yeah, but that scales off of their magic ability. And so, like, it's not super effective on physical attackers.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, like, playing with this kind of stuff is, like, it's my jam. I'm really enjoying it. But, like, I'm definitely hitting a wall with this, like, last boss. But that's fair, because, like, two of the last bonus classes that you get give you access to abilities like extra experience and extra JP. And if you're not getting those until like chapter 4s of like the game, that means there's something that they want you to fight. And like they know that you're going to have to do some catch up to get there. And so they're giving me those tools to make that more accessible, which makes sense. I'm angry that I'm hitting the wall because I'm hitting the wall, but I'm not angry because like the game is bullshit. I was just mad. Like I put that in the chat last night. It was... I was just upset.
You were very upset. It was a good time.
Because, knowing the pedigree of this game,
right?
There are definitely some reasons to suspect that it is possible that somebody could be like halfway or most of the way through this game and then suddenly be like, I'm upset! With like Bravely Default, there is a point where a lot of people say, I'm upset.
Yeah.
Is it the goddamn fire temple? Because that's where I'm upset. Because, like, all of a sudden the difficulty curve went, like, straight up. And I don't know what happened.
No, I feel that.
I was doing fine.
When I fought the vampire dude, I was fucking upset. Or when I started fighting the dragons, because they're just all over the map. And I was like, sure, I'll take a moment. I'll take a look at these dragons. And it just kicks my shit in. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Mr. Dragon. I'm clearly in the wrong place.
Pardon me for intruding on what is obviously your territory. I'm just going to see myself out.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. But I really like what this team has done. It's definitely a smaller game. One thing that, like, I realized Jason Schreier has been trying to, like, temper expectations when people are playing this game. Because it isn't, like, this huge JRPG. There are 8 characters, and they have 8 distinct stories that are interrelated, but it's not like the big Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy V payoff. But it doesn't have to be, I think. It still feels really good.
Well, guys, you are certainly making that game sound super tempting.
You should play it. It's a good game.
It could be cool. I'm just saying, Brian. You could have some fun.
Rocky, there's something I wanted to revisit, which is that a couple weeks ago you sent me a mysterious message on Facebook.
Oh shit! That's right, I haven't sent you your game. Yeah.
Naughty Rocky.
It's okay. I would have sent it yesterday. He wouldn't have had time to play it. I'll do it after the show.
Do it in the show. Do it now.
Okay, that's another thing. I'm not sure if I can gift games on the Nintendo eShop, because that's the way I wanted to send it. I didn't want to send it over Steam. So I haven't done that research. That's why I need to figure that out.
You said it's a dating sim?
It is a dating sim.
Then it's something I would probably rather play on a PC platform than Switch.
Ooh, okay, cool. Then I will do that. Oh my god. I'll do that after the show. We're in the show right now. I gotta stay focused. Yep. Yeah, sorry about that, Brian.
Oh, no worries. Also here, I'm seeing something related to the Blob Lobber.
Oh yeah, fuck that thing, man.
Oh yeah, you gotta get on that tech, Brian.
So guys, Splatoon 2 put up a new update. They put in some new stuff. There's a couple cool weapons. There's a custom long-range weapon. They put a new flavor on a pair of dualies that I really like. And then they entered this brand new dumbass monstrosity.
The best. The absolutely best slosher weapon ever.
But let me lay out for you my emotional confusion, and you can kind of take it from there.
Uh-huh.
Because a lot of the vibe that I'm getting off of y'all is, oh my god, fuck the Blob Lobber. The Blob Lobber is insane. Fuck the Blob Lobber. The Blob Lobber is trash. Brian, you should play with the Blob Lobber.
No, Brian. I have never said the Blob Lobber is trash. The Blob Lobber...
No, it's great. It's an amazing weapon. It's so good.
It's crazy OP, and it is stupid
top
strong.
tier annoying tech.
Yeah.
It's so obnoxious.
So, you see you're using words like annoying and obnoxious.
It's
and
annoying to play against.
Yes.
Versus. That's what it is.
Yes.
But Brian, you like doing that to people. You like taking powerful tech, even if it's obscure, and just throwing it in people's faces. And I think this is a weapon that you can have that experience with.
Yeah,
so what you're saying is it's the Howl Fiend.
Yeah, well, similar.
Yes.
So it's a slightly larger baby bathtub that you throw orbs of paint at to people. And the thing about sloshers is that usually when you hit someone with them, they're going to die. Like, it's usually a one-hit kill. The problem with most sloshers is that it's low range, because, you know, it's not a gun, it's a bucket that you're flicking paint at. But the thing about the Blob Lobber is that it creates orbs that bounce across the stage, which effectively triples your range and allows you to hit people in angles that sloshers normally can't hit people on. For example, if you're at the top of a sheer incline and someone is in the space below you, you can just start throwing those orbs down there and they'll bounce around until they kill something. And that's just something that sloshers normally aren't able to do. They're just not. And you don't even have to be at the edge of the cliff surface just in case someone has a charger down there or something. You could be completely invisible to your opponent, 30 feet away, throwing them off the cliff, and then all of a sudden you start getting kills, and it's like, ha! It's annoying when that happens to you, but it's hilarious when you do it to other people.
It is so good. It's funny.
Also, it's a super cheap weapon.
Yeah, it's not an expensive weapon at all.
This reminds me that there was something that I wanted to bring to the group, which wasn't really news this week. A game that got announced during E3 but completely flew under everybody's radar because it was not on anybody's stage. A game called Crayola Scoot.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yep. And it kind of got some more coverage this past week because a release date got announced, and so it kind of caused people to go back and look at video footage that was released during E3. And this fucking game appears to be a combination of Splatoon, Jet Grind Radio, and Tony Hawk.
Jet Set Radio?
Alright, so Jet Set Radio is Jet Grind Radio.
Oh, okay.
It is an issue of released with one name in one territory and released with a name in another territory. So it was Jet Set Radio upon release in Japan, but when it was released for the first time in the North American market, it was Jet Grind Radio. It wasn't until Jet Set Radio Future came out for the first Xbox that they aligned the name of the series across territories. Confusing. It's kind of like how they had to eventually unify the names for the bosses in Street Fighter, because people were running around being like, Dictator, Claw, and it's like, man, I'm not gonna fucking call this guy Dictator, that sucks. Just like, let's go ahead and reconcile the names across territories. But yeah, Crayola Scoot. All the levels are obviously designed to look like specific fucking levels from Tony Hawk. So you're like jet setting radioing across these fucking Tony Hawk levels while like putting paint everywhere. And I'm like, man, this game, I feel like it has been focus tested to please assholes just like me. Just like me. I can't wait to play this fucking Crayola game. God damn it. That is my shit, guys. These are some Tony Hawk ass levels. We have had this conversation on this show before where I'm like, man, where's my Tony Hawk games at?
True.
Where my yep, and man, it looks right. It looks like it feels so good. Feels so good, but they haven't said yet whether it has online multiplayer, and I feel like that is a simple question that they need to answer. They're like, has local multiplayer? I'm like, okay, who gives a shit? I'm like, I don't have friends. Like,
or if you do have friends, they aren't like in your city.
oh, listen to Tegan trying to bail me out.
Wait, Brian has friends in his city. There's Joe Spiro, right? Or is he gone?
That is true.
Okay.
Yeah,
Does he live there?
Yeah.
Joe, where does Joe live?
He lives in Arizona.
Does he?
Yeah.
Arizona's big, though.
But like in the Phoenix area. Like, I think it's like a suburb outside of Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, Crayola Scoot. Anyway, back to this fucking Blob Lobber.
Blob Lobber.
Blob Lobber.
Blob Lobber!
Yeah.
It's a good time, and it's your style of tech, and you should fucking play it, because it'd be great.
It would be great, Brian. Like, we could play Splatoon together. We could be Splatoon together. You could blob to, like... You could blob in, like, Clam Blitz, man. Like, I'll just be running around with, like, clams.
Yes! Oh my god, I'm down.
Oh, man, I would love to blob in the Clam Blitz.
No one knows how to play Clam Blitz anyway, so it doesn't matter. You'd be fine.
Brian's just sitting, like, Brian wouldn't even have to, like swim around, really. He just keeps his area inked, and he just sits up someplace, like, just hiding in the ink, and he sees me running by with clams, and someone's coming after me, and he just throws out some blobs, and they just bounce out. And the person's like, oh no, and then they're dead, and then, like, I dunk the Clam Blitz, or whatever. Or however they say it. I don't know how they do this. I gotta figure out Clam Blitz. It's still only, like, B+. I haven't played it in forever.
To be fair, Clam Blitz is B+.
That's pretty much most I've been playing. It's been...
Apparently you've also been playing Jane the Virgin?
Oh, God, I wish I was playing Jane the Virgin. Also, Jane's not a virgin anymore. I've been watching the shit out of that show. I just finished season 3.
What?
It's dope!
What?
Okay, so, just real quick, for no one that knows about Jane the Virgin. Jane the Virgin follows the story of Jane Gloriana Villanueva. It is an American telenovela set in Miami, where a young woman, Jane, gets accidentally impregnated by a drunken and emotionally compromised gynecologist.
What?
Yeah, no, it totally happens.
What? I would fucking sue so much.
Oh, actually, so they were gonna do that, right?
That's a plot point of the first season.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? And they don't do it?
Tegan, let me finish, okay?
Oh, no, I'm already mad.
So, it turns out that the sperm that she was impregnated with belongs to this guy, an outrageously attractive human male named Rafael Solano, and he is a hotelier in Miami. His older sister, who has struggled with alcoholism, who recently was dumped by her girlfriend, was the person that impregnated her, and she did that because they confuse appointments between Jane, who came in for a routine pap smear, and Raphael's fiancée, Petra. No, yeah, were they married at the time? No, it was.
Yes.
Okay, Petra Solano, so his wife. And
how do you confuse that? How? How?
She was high on the alcohol.
Also,
oh my God!
Emotionally compromised. But anyways, so Raphael actually owns the hotel that Jane works at. And in addition, they had a meet cute about 5 years before. And
a what?
A meet cute. You know the things that happen at the beginning of romantic comedies where like two people who normally wouldn't interact have a meeting that makes them interested in each other or ties them together in some way?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Jane and Raphael had one of those a long, long time ago. So they remember each other. In addition, Raphael, was recently recovered from cancer. And the cancer basically ruined his ability to further father children. And so he only had like 2 sperm samples left. And Petra, who definitely stole the sperm sample to try to get herself impregnated so that Raphael wouldn't leave her, ends up using one of the sperm samples on Jane. And Jane, hearing all this and also being a devout Catholic, decides to keep the child. And so but she's also engaged to another guy, Michael. Not important. He's important, but not right now. But the important thing is that this show is mostly about this unorthodox family and the unorthodox families around them. And a couple seasons in, there's classic telenovela fare, double crossings, evil twins, villains that disguise themselves in masks, various things like that. And it's a pretty good show. Also, it's a very well done American telenovela. And even if it wasn't, I would watch Gina Rodriguez do anything. So that's what I've been doing for a lot of this week.
Rocky, I am going to, without drilling into it, I'm just going to give people a superficial flyby of a message that you sent me earlier this week.
Okay.
This is just a superficial flyby. I don't want to dig in because
sure. I understand.
So I'm just sitting around, right, on my couch. I get this message from Rocky. Okay. What's going on? I got a message from Rocky. Since Tegan self-deported from Facebook,
yep,
there's less frequent, bouncing back and forth on Facebook. So, let me grab my phone, see what's up. It's conceivable that this is
important.
Maybe it could be like hey Brian, there's a problem with the file, or hey Brian, my dick's on fire. There's
yeah, sure.
I stuck it in the salsa, and man, that was a bad idea.
Oh,
yeah,
God. That would be a bad idea.
I tried to fuck this taco, man.
Tried
Did
to
not
fuck
fuck
this.
this taco.
I mean, we all know that Rocky can be prone to taco fucking.
Those are festival texts, and you know it. It's not me. Whatever.
Are you calling Festival Hardbody a taco fucker?
Yes!
He does wear holographic pants. Anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
So we got this text from Rocky.
Right.
And it says.
Yes. And the what it says is this is
You can read the text, dude. I don't care. It's totally fine.
He sends me this message that says, "So Brian, I like intelligent, capable women. I have a soft spot for brown ones, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel anything for Gal Gadot or Gianna
I
Michaels."
forgot about that. Yeah.
And so
Brian was trying to nail down my type last week.
right. So this is him kind of like wandering back to like last week's episode where I was like, I think I've got a handle on Rocky's type. And he comes at me with this, and I'm like, man, I got a feeling that there is just a slight bit of sauce in Rocky at this point, because this is Rocky just like straight up being like, okay, look, here's the porn I watch. Wah.
Oh, Jesus.
And, you know.
Oh, if it was like that, I apologize. That was not my intention.
Okay. It was just the inclusion
Yeah.
of the pornography actress, you know, because...
Yeah, Gal Gadot. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. Gal
Gadot is not a pornography actress person. She's a Wonder Woman lady.
It's the other one.
Yes.
The other one.
I googled the other one after you said her name, because I was like, who the heck? And you know what? Google was nice enough to just show me an image of her fully clothed, and then underneath say, pornographic actress.
Good on you, Google.
It didn't have to show anything. It didn't have to tell me. It was just like, this person is a pornographic actress. And I went, okay, thank you. Close that, please, and delete it from my history.
Just scrubbing her computer right now.
Oh
my god.
Yep.
Yeah.
There goes delete. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So I am, thank you, gentle listener, for coming with me on that detour where I talk about Rocky coming at me with his porn tastes.
That's intense.
Why did you have to phrase it that way?
We don't do phrasing anymore, guys.
Why did you have to phrase it that way? Ew. Gross. We don't need that. That's disgusting.
Take it. He was coming at me with his porn
We
tastes.
don't need that.
Not coming
need
at me
that.
with his jit. Like, that's an entirely different thing.
Oh my god, but phrasing. Brian phrasing.
Look.
I'm like 12. This is scarring.
It's bad enough that we had Tegan identify a pornographic actress via Google. She's still scrubbing her computer, man.
Tegan, you are not an inappropriate Japanese idol star. You are a full adult grown person. You too can deal with the fact that Rocky is seeing pornography.
I'd rather be an idol star.
Look.
I get to wear cute dresses.
Instead, you live in a world
Sweet.
where Rocky is seeing porno.
Tegan, first of all, we've always lived in that world. And second of all, Tegan, you can wear cute dresses. It's fine.
Yeah, but I can't wear cute, like, sparkly, fluffy dresses.
Maybe not day to day, yeah. Yeah.
And I can't just get on stage and have people scream, you know?
Well, usually
I
you
mean,
have to
maybe
do
they'll
stuff.
scream, but for different reasons. They'll be like, what is that person doing? Get off the stage. And then I cry.
So what you're saying, Tegan, is that we should not add Gianna Michaels to our next watch-along episode for the show.
Jesus Christ, dude.
No. Please don't.
That rates a Jesus Christ, dude, Rocky?
Yeah, like, I'm out. Like, I can't.
Can we talk about some news?
Yeah. Sure. I'm down.
I get to is first again! Huzzah! It's because it's sort of Nintendo news. So, Octopath Traveler has passed 1 million in sales globally. Woo!
Get it.
I know, right? So last month, Octopath Traveler released some pretty glowing praise from critics and fans alike. It was so popular in Japan that it sailed to number 1 in the charts in its first week of launch and sold about 100,000 units in that country alone. And now, less than a month after, removed from the global launch of Octopath, Nintendo has announced that the JRPG has surpassed 1 million global sales. Definitely a grand feat, especially for a JRPG that largely bet on nostalgia for the 16-bit era of gaming.
I think there are some things that make this additionally impressive.
Mm-hmm.
It released in summer, when traditionally it is harder to sell video games. There are people who just actively don't buy games during this time of year.
Right.
It's also a console exclusive, which means that they could not rely on sales from multiple platforms to bolster interest. Like it's only on the Switch. And also, it's a turn-based fucking JRPG. Like, even a lot of people who actively play RPGs these days will only do so if it's an action RPG where there's active player-controlled engagement with combat. A lot of people do not want to engage with a menu for their combat. I just think it's especially impressive. I think a lot of Americans don't necessarily have the context for the size of the Japanese video game market, and so it might be like, it sold 100,000 copies in its first week in Japan. That sounds like bullshit. No, that's kind of a big deal. Yeah, for week 1 Japanese sales.
Yeah, that's a lot of games.
That's, for a new IP, this is not an existing franchise. This is a really...
That's a BFD.
Yeah. Once again, hilariously, Square is we're baffled! I don't know why every time Square releases an RPG that does well, they act like somebody tasered them in the butthole. When will they realize that they have a fucking pedigree and that there is a certain kind of game that people want from Square?
And it's that one.
Yep. They could release that, and there will be people who will be fucking super happy. Obviously, go ahead and release all of your big Western franchises like your Tomb Raiders, but Jesus fucking Christ, people want 16-bit style turn-based RPGs from Square. It's not hard. Come on.
I actually forgot that Square Enix released this game, mostly because I keep focusing on the Unreal Engine logo whenever I start it up. Oh, that reminds me. Also, when you finish all the chapter 4s, you get a really, really good credit sequence. It's very cool. I like it a lot.
When this team did Bravely Default and Bravely Second : End Layer, they used a lot of proprietary tools. Do you think that because Octopath was entirely built in Unreal, it bodes well for a better turnaround time for this development team?
I'd actually believe that Unreal is definitely a more developed tool, and people have made RPGs in Unreal. And in this game itself specifically, while it is very well done and it appears very polished, it's not very dense or even unique. It's definitely an RPG. We know what this looks like. We know how to play those.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they did the HD 2D thing, that's not super different if you really think about it as just 16-bit palettes placed over a 3D environment that kind of makes it look like they're 2D. So I think the turnaround time was definitely helped by the switch to Unreal.
Yeah. For all of this talk of the retro look, I think that the look of the game is very visually ambitious. It's a very bespoke, very unique feeling of 2D objects in a 3D space. I can't think of other games that look like this.
Oh, Brandon, you gotta take a look at this water. The water physics that they have throughout this game, it's beautiful.
It is. The water looks real good.
And they do some really good things with camera focus and zoom. They do good stuff here, man. They really made a really good feel-good game. I'm really happy with it.
It's worth the money.
True.
For sure.
Well, guys, I hope to do it. So I am certain I'll have this played by December.
Yes! That's a guarantee, guys. You heard it. It's on the show. This is the receipt.
If I haven't started it by November 1st, feel free to turn up the heat.
Ooh,
We're gonna yell at you. We're gonna be like, Brian, no! At this point, we're buying it for you.
Yeah, true. It'll be in the mail. Like, it's like November 1st, like, you're not already playing it, and I'm just gonna send you a Best Buy receipt. That's it.
Yep.
Rocky, I can't play a fucking receipt.
No, I'm gonna send you the receipt via email. The game will be in the mail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, for our next story, Madden 19 decided to cut a reference to anthem kneeling quarterback Colin Kaepernick from the soundtrack. And then they don't. Again, right?
So there was a thing that got done, and then they didn't. He was cut from the song lyric, and then not cut from the song lyric.
Right. Okay, so what they did is that they were trying to, like, avoid talking about Kaepernick, and then they did it anyways. The omission was discovered by @John Clerval, who posted a video of the edited lyric on Twitter. The lyric is supposed to go, quote, "You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick." Instead, you hear a strange cut after the cap before the song picks up awkwardly with "I'm rare as affordable healthcare." Big Sean, who contributed the line to YG's track, responded on Twitter about his disappointment with Madden 19 for removing the reference to the quarterback from the song. Big Sean is quoted as, "It's disappointing and appalling that @NFL and @EA took @Kaepernick7's, Colin Kaepernick's Twitter, name out of my verse on Big Bang for Madden 19, like it was a curse word. When he's not a curse, he's a gift. Nobody from my team approved this." It's unclear who decided to make the edit because, as Waypoint notes, the clean radio edit of the song leaves Colin Kaepernick's name intact. This is presumably a new edit of the song. The NFL has made it clear that it does not tolerate Colin Kaepernick's call for peaceful protests, first by distancing the organization from the quarterback, and later attempting to prevent players kneeling during the national anthem. The NFL Players Association pushed back against the latter, and the no kneeling rule is currently on hold. EA Sports issued a statement regarding the situation surrounding Kaepernick's name being edited out of a song lyric featured in Madden 19, calling it, quote, "an unfortunate mistake." The full quote is, "We made an unfortunate mistake with our Madden NFL soundtrack. Members of our team misunderstood the fact that while we don't have rights to include Colin Kaepernick in the game, this doesn't affect soundtracks. We messed up, and the edit should have never happened. We will make it right with an update to Madden NFL 19 on August 6th that will include the reference again. We meant no disrespect, and we apologize to Colin, to YG and Big Sean, to the NFL, to all their fans, and our players for this mistake." Oh my god. I hate EA. Like, just so much. That's editorializing. I shouldn't do that.
No, that's why we're here, Rocky. If people wanted to just read the news, they could go read the news. They want to hear what we think about it.
Okay, well, fuck EA. Fuck them for doing this and acting like that people were gonna notice. It was bullshit.
All right. So, put on your helmets.
Okay.
Got your helmet on, Tegan?
Helmet on.
Excellent. Because this is something you never hear me do on this show.
It's an exclusive.
Are you gonna agree with EA?
I'm about to cut EA a break.
No!
What?
I gotta buckle up for this one. Give me a second.
Okay. Rocky, I advised helmets.
I'm buckled up. Okay,
Helmet's not the same as buckling up.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I'm about to jump out of my chair.
We spent a lot of time last week talking about the vagaries and bullshits of various licensing laws and how licensing can hold up the release of things. And we talked a lot about, how, what are the laws around, dances, and talked about how there were games that were forever languishing in unreleased hell because of, songs that are on the soundtrack, like We Ain't Got No Lollipop Chainsaw because of the music.
Sure.
It was years before we could see Earthbound again because of the music. It's unlikely that we'll ever see a re-release of the old Tony Hawk games because Activision no longer has likeness rights for Tony Hawk. So, likeness rights, music copyrights, and contractual obligations to license vendors are three very different, complicated things.
Sure.
And I believe that when EA made that cut to that song lyric, that it was a good faith edit and an effort to not impact one of their licenses. They believed that they did not have the right to reference someone that the NFL does not have a likeness right to. So I believe that this is a misunderstanding of likeness rights law. I think this is a case which speaks entirely to intent. I don't think it was EA's intent. And you can even, if you want to attribute cynicism to this, like, I don't think that EA necessarily would see a business case for saying fuck you to Colin Kaepernick. Like, it's not going to sell them any more copies to take that position. I think this is a case of where they, in good faith, believed that they could not reference or have a reference in a song lyric to someone for whom there was an issue of questionable likeness rights. The NFL does not hold likeness rights to Colin Kaepernick, and so somebody somewhere was like, Colin Kaepernick, he's a guy who's played for the NFL. This is an NFL game. Like, does this enter into likeness rights issues? I don't believe that they were trying to be shitty. And I've gone on record throwing EA under the fucking bus a billion times on this show. If I thought there was a reason to shit directly on top of their head, I would. Mm-hmm. But I think that this is a case where copyright and likeness rights laws and licensing are all way too complicated and more stupid than they need to be, and someone somewhere made a good faith error.
I don't think I can give them that. I would agree if EA was trying to not piss off the NFL by keeping that reference in there. Like the picking the song in the first place was probably just something cheeky that they decided to do that they try to renege on later. But as far as I understand, I know it's an NFL game and Colin Kaepernick was formerly an NFL player. I'm not sure if this is actually a likeness rights issue. I mean, I'm definitely not a lawyer, but I feel like EA has enough money or they pay their lawyers enough money to answer that question for them.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing, is that EA is a large enough company that inevitably the majority, if not all, of their counsel is in-house counsel. Mm-hmm. There are large enough companies that don't necessarily have a law firm on retainer. Right. They instead just hire some lawyers. And those lawyers then work for that company, and their job is to full-time be the lawyer for that company. I've definitely worked for companies large enough that the counsels for the company are in-house counsels because what they do is just hire lawyers.
Right.
And so if you have a legal team and something gets sent to one of them and they are instead in-house counsel and they're like, hey, Bob, what's your opinion on this? If it's not necessarily Bob's particular field of legal expertise,
right,
then all Bob can really do is what any other attorney is going to do.
Look it up or ask someone else.
Yeah, which is going to look up legal precedent and see what cases exist on, this particular topic in the past and see how those cases were found, or give his opinion if there isn't really any legal precedent. And I'm not sure what kind of precedent exists for likeness rights as pertains to being named in a song lyric. I know that it has certainly resulted in litigation in the past. Mm-hmm. People have sued because they got named in a song in a negative light.
Yeah, Eminem's wife and daughter have sued Eminem over it. They won those cases, I'm aware.
Exactly. And so there are successful lawsuits that are a result of people being named in songs. And, at the very least, Colin Kaepernick is engaged in ongoing litigation with the NFL.
Right.
as pertains to his likeness rights and as pertains to like, marketing collateral, which still includes his image, I think it's entirely possible that because this is a NFL licensed product, that EA thought that they were exposing themselves to a potential co-defendant status with the NFL.
Right.
Because of that. If this was like, say, a video game about fucking aliens coming from Mars and shitting down chimneys, then it'd be fine for the song lyric to have existed in that game because it wouldn't be like this co-branded NFL product. But I think that their concern was exposure to the ongoing litigation from Kaepernick against the NFL. Like,
okay, but in this case, and this is the part that actually baffles me, is that they're shifting because of public opinion. They got public Twitter blowback or whatever, and they said, "My bad, guys. We did it wrong. We'll fix it in a week." And if that danger was still real, they wouldn't change their tune that fast. That's just not what would happen.
So there's, I think, a couple different things here that are true. One is that because of the like shitty lack of corporate responsibility culture that exists across so many companies, including EA,
right?
There are companies wantonly misuse and overuse the word mistake all the time, generally in a way to try and alleviate responsibility for something.
Right.
So when something is genuinely an actual fucking mistake, because the word mistake gets overused all the time, that word doesn't distinguish itself. It doesn't present itself as a unique thing, because you're like, oh, well, you talk about, we deliberately dumped 800 toxic baby diapers into the Jersey Shore, and then you call it a mistake, but you know what you were doing. Like, it wasn't a mistake. Mistake is accidentally dumping 800, toxic baby diapers into the Jersey Shore. You did it deliberately. Don't call it a mistake. So this is one of those things where, like, they used a word with a deliberate meaning, which is mistake. What I wish this statement had done is maybe provided some additional detail to what they meant by that. We made an unfortunate mistake. We believed that by including this lyric, yada, yada, yada. Like, I wish they had read more meaning into what they meant by mistake. Like, hey, we fucked up with our interpretation of what we thought was our legal obligation here, or what our legal exposure was. Something like that. But as it is entirely reasonable for you to come to the conclusion you have, Rocky, because they don't provide that additional color. They don't provide that additional detail. So we don't know why they're calling it a mistake. Is it a mistake because they're deciding post facto, like, oh, wow, we're catching heat out for this publicly? Or is it a mistake because somebody somewhere thought it was a likeness rights issue and then pulled it? It's entirely possible that just somebody on an audio engineering team or a sound processing team, like, what if this question never even got referred to legal internally? What if somebody somewhere was just like, oh, okay, this is the thing we've got to cut out? Like, the same teams that are like there are like photo assets in the game, like pictures of players and various things. And if there's a guy standing in the background wearing like a Adidas shirt, and EA doesn't have a relationship with Adidas, that shirt needs to be blurred. So like there are guys whose job are to like scrubbed unlicensed images already from the game. And like, what if this never even got referred to legal? Like, I understand that there's a desire to not throw individual people under the bus or talk about an individual failure or some particular piece of the process which didn't work. But I think that this is a case where giving people that additional layer of transparency into like the gigantic circus that is game development would actually be a good thing for EA. Tell us where the mistake was. Tell us where the breakdown in process was. Because as it is right now, like, if you don't do that, there are a lot of people who are going to draw the conclusion that you're a bunch of assholes.
Well, they are a bunch of assholes.
You know what? I'm not even arguing that. I just don't think that they... Yeah, I just don't think that in this particular case, they were, like, at max asshole.
Okay. Man, I mean, I understand you giving the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to do that. But once again, I understand where you're coming from.
But let me tell you who I'm not giving the benefit of the doubt to.
Let's get it.
Elon Musk.
That guy's the worst.
What'd he do now?
Well, I mean, other than call that guy from the dive team in Thailand a pedophile?
Yeah, I remember that too.
Or tell Grimes that she should rename herself? That fucking guy.
Injured.
Yeah, that's fair, Tegan. So, Elon Musk, first he did a tweet, then he did another tweet, and then he said, Atari games are going to fucking Tesla cars.
What does that mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? I thought we were trying to get away from distracted driving. Why are we adding video game consoles into our vehicles?
He said that the Tesla 9.0 operating system is going to include Missile Command, Tempest, and Pole Position.
Why?
Pole Position is going to include actual car steering wheel controls.
Why?
While the vehicle is stationary.
No! What the fuck?
He also invited developers to create super fun games that integrate into the center touchscreen, phone, and car.
No! I thought we wanted to get away from distracted driving!
Oh, it's so stupid! It's so dumb! Oh, man.
The Tesla 9.0 system update will also enable full self-driving features, including the current autopilot mode allows Tesla cars to auto-steer, stay in a lane, brake, and accelerate, so long as the driver has their hands on the wheel. Elon Musk described Tesla's gaming objectives as, quote, an adults in cars anime vibe.
Wait, hold on. I gotta backtrack for a second. This isn't the original Atari, right? This is still the fake company that's wearing Atari's skin?
This is the reanimated corpse of the ghost of Atari.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck. I forgot. Ah! Okay, man. Dude, this is dumb. This is really dumb. I'm very upset. Like, putting video games on touchscreen cars, like, you know how many people are gonna fuck with those? It's gonna cause so many problems. And a self-driving car that we're not even sure really works yet. Man. People are gonna try to self-drive and fucking play Missile Command and shit. It's not gonna work.
So, even assuming that he does have some controls in there, like things that will allow, like, say, the games to be played while the vehicle is in motion, his stupid fucking plan, you're going to play pole position with your steering wheel, even if you're parked. Okay, if you sit there just twisting your wheel back and forth while parked, do you know what that does to your fucking tires?
You're gonna grind down your tires!
Yes.
Oh, what if it disconnects? Okay, so let's say Tesla thought of that, right?
The engineers working at Tesla.
Right. And they separate the steering wheel from the suspension while you're playing pole position, but that creates a unique error where that potentially, even when you're driving, even when you're self-driving, that setting could get stuck. And if you need to autocorrect, like, while you're self-driving and it's, like, trying to steer itself, or even while you're driving normally, and your wheel gets separated from the suspension.
Oh, that's really a terrible gross. Rocky, your idea is a much worse possibility.
Right.
Because it means that they have considered this, but just...
not enough.
Yeah. Which I think is entirely possible, because this is obviously just a bullshit afterthought of a billionaire asshole. But... man, I'm just picturing that. Just some poor fucking schmuck just riding down the 101 being like, I can't wait to get home. And then his car's like, pole position. Oh no.
Yeah, I know, man.
What is an adults in cars anime vibe?
Yeah, that sounds fucking
What
fake.
the fuck?
That sounds like he just strung some dumbass words together. It's like increased synergy in vertical markets. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Like, oh man.
See, but the thing is, like, I understood increased synergy in vertical markets. I don't understand adults in cars anime vibe. I understand adults in cars. I understand anime vibe. I don't understand the entire idea.
And this is our foremost anime expert, everyone. This is the person that should know the answer to that question, and she has no idea.
Like, have you seen adults in cars in anime? They're 90% of the time they're running away from a goddamn mech and swerving all over the place. This is a terrible idea.
Like, it was the kind of nonsense combination of words that reminded me of that, like, great tweet from Randy Pitchford the year before Battleborn came out, where he was describing Battleborn, where he said, Battleborn is FPS, hobby-grade, co-op campaign, genre-blended, multi-mode competitive esports meta growth, choice plus epic Battleborn heroes.
What the fuck does that mean?
Fuck off, Randy Pitchford. God damn it.
What is that?
I'm glad
What
Battleborn didn't survive. I swear.
How many buzzwords can I fit in 2 minutes?
Right.
How many buzzwords can I put in 140 characters or less?
So when I saw this quote, it made me think about that Randy Pitchford quote. Man, if anything that ever comes out of your mouth reminds me of Randy Pitchford, you have fucking failed as a person.
I don't know who Randy Pitchford is, but like, damn.
He made Battleborn. It did not do well. It was a Battle Royale game that failed. No, not a Battle Royale game. An Overwatch clone that failed, right?
Yeah, it's like a cross between like a hero shooter and a MOBA. Basically the worst thing ever. He's also the guy who is responsible for misappropriating a bunch of money. Allegedly misappropriating a bunch of money from the development cost of Aliens Colonial Marines in order to use that money for the development of Borderlands 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So basically a bag of fucks. Like, also, he's the kind of guy who really, really likes stage magic for some reason. And he's built a stage in his house in order to put on magic show for dinner party guests.
No! I don't want to go there.
Instead of using our billions of dollars to go to space and shit, how about we, like, build schools?
Like
and offer
LeBron.
free tuition to people who graduate. Yeah, good idea.
Derek Rose.
Those are some good boys. If we're going to go for adults in cars anime vibe, let's go for like the futuristic tech of like, Astro Boy cars instead of whatever the fuck this is.
Astro Boy cars are actually pretty cool.
They are, and they're round, and they can self-parallel park because they can turn their wheels sideways and shit. And they're little pods, and like, you can sit forward or backward, and they run on solar power and shit. Let's make some cleaner cars, like super clean cars, and make it the standard. Whatever. I don't know. Let's do something else with our billions of dollars. Jesus.
Okay. So we've established that Elon Musk is stupid.
This is the baseline. That's where we're at.
Yeah, like, this is a fundamental assumption that we believe our audience has made, and I think that we're right in believing that they think that. We're going to do a little role play here. Rocky?
Is this going to be like our role play where you just said bonjour for 10 minutes?
No, this one's a little bit different.
Okay.
Rocky?
Uh-huh.
What I need for you to be is Elon Musk calling Atari, and I'm going to be Atari.
Okay. I think I can do that. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Atari.
Hey, Atari, are you the guys... You guys make video games, right?
At least some. We are the reanimated corpse of a ghost of Atari, yes?
Okay, I mean, I'm not sure about all that, but I want to put video games in my Tesla cars. And I want them to be super fun, and I want them to be, you know, innovative and interesting. Can you help me with that?
Well, sure. What we'd like to do is, instead of any of the things that you just said, we're wondering if we could get you to wildly overpay for the license to fucking Missile Command.
Well, I remember Missile Command. That game was a game. I think I got paid for that.
Okay. What we'd like for you to do is think of a group of zeros, add one, and then pay that to us with a number in front which is not zero, and we will put Missile Command into your stupid fucking cars.
Does it matter if... It doesn't have to be a 1, right? Like, it could be something like a 9 or like a 7?
I like that. If you want to put a 9 or a 7 as that leading digit, we're into that right here. And if you want, you can go ahead and triple it, and we'll throw in pole position.
Pole position, too? Oh, man. This is a steal. They have no idea what I'm doing.
That's correct. You have no idea what you're doing. Send us a giant box of cash because we're an evil, dumb company and you're a moron. If you just Google Atari, you start to return any results which are older than the shit about Elon Musk are just like, Atari box, possibly scam. Like, it's stuff about like... our most recent Atari news on this show was when those guys did that interview where they're like, yeah, we didn't say any of those things in that interview. Those guys are fake news. And then the news outlet released the audio recording of the interview. Like, the most recent Atari news, which is not this, is that. Elon Musk, what the fuck is wrong with your stupid head? A cursory amount of research would have found that you are in bed with the wrong people.
I mean, he's still trying to nuke Mars, man.
Oh my fucking god, this guy. This fucking guy. What is wrong with him?
Nuking Mars is not gonna help.
No. Oh my god.
Mm-mm.
How about you build a school, Elon?
Just build one school to see how it feels, man.
Do you really want Elon Musk responsible for the education of anyone?
Give your lowest level employees, like, $1,000 raise.
Oh, you mean the ones he won't allow to unionize?
Huh?
Oh, he's got this whole thing where he's basically like hard against pushing against labor and unionization in his car factories. He's like, oh yeah, well, I'll tell you what, if I ever don't treat my workers fairly, they can unionize.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you smug fuck. He looks like a guy who owns multiple pairs of Crocs. Like, fuck that guy. Fuck Elon Musk.
I'm pretty sure, like, he has Grimes wear Crocs sometimes.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Like, I wonder if there's a picture available of him wearing Crocs.
If you have that much money, you don't need to wear Crocs.
You could... Oh,
you can buy actual shoes.
Your shoes don't need holes in them?
You can buy yourself a nice pair of flip-flops if you really want that fake shoe feeling.
Oh my god, I love this. Man. Tegan live streaming Elon Musk about shoes. I'm about it.
I don't wear flip-flops because I sunburn my feet. My feet have to be fully covered.
I think I own one pair of flip-flops. I don't like them. I keep forgetting I own them. Like, I'm just like, why did I buy these?
The only time I bought a pair of flip-flops willingly was when I needed some shoes to wear in the shower at my dorm.
Oh, wait, no, actually, I'm sorry. I have 2 pairs of flip-flops. The second one, I don't remember why I ever bought them, but the first ones were pink as a part of a Steven Universe cosplay.
Oh, nice!
Yeah, that was a really
10
good
out of
Halloween.
10.
What the fuck else is going on?
NES Classic sales have beat out PS4, Xbox One, and Switch in their return to stores.
Because of course they did. Oh my god.
Of course they did. The NPD group released the industry sales for June 2018. Considering E3 and the re-releases of the NES Classic both happened in June, the sales numbers paints an interesting picture. For the first time since the NPD tracked sales, an NES console topped hardware sale. The hardware sales overall saw 52% growth compared to a year ago at $350 million. All current generation consoles, which are, your Xbox One, PS4, and Nintendo Switch, saw sales growth, but the MPD chalks this down to E3 promotions and, of course, the popularity of Fortnite, which is driving hardware sales in its wake. Mario Tennis Aces was the best-selling game of June 2018,
Woo! And
the Nintendo Switch was the only hardware that saw growth in software sales for the month.
Gang.
While software sales for June 2018 are down 1% compared to last year,
no.
Overall software sales in 2018 have grown by 6% compared to a year ago by this time.
Let's get it.
Man, that's a lot of words. That's a lot of words I said to just say that the NES is kicking everything's ass.
Yeah, Mario Tennis Aces killed it in June. The Switch is still growing. Those other dudes are around, I guess. Whatever.
PlayStation sales will go up in January when Kingdom Hearts is released, and everyone will be like, we're baffled!
I think Spider-Man will also help too, like in September.
Yeah, a lot of people are excited for Spider-Man.
I wonder if people will make the move to Pro, like when the Call of Duty comes out. Like October, I think.
Some of my friends are saying they're going to upgrade to Pro for Kingdom Hearts.
I feel that.
That's like half of them, and the other half are like, but I want the Spider-Man PlayStation.
I think that we'll see a bump for both PS4 and Xbox sales in late October due to Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah, that's coming.
Yeah, which, because of the way, Rockstar does things, they don't participate in E3 because they don't deign to let anybody else smell their farts. It's August, and we still know barely anything about this game, and it is definitely making that date. It's a hard, firm date at this point, but this is also the way Rockstar does. When we were 3 months out from Grand Theft Auto 5, we barely knew anything.
Yeah.
How many years ago did Grand Theft Auto 5 come out?
4?
I think
something like that.
5 at this point? Yeah, it's 5.
And you still basically have to pay $64 for it.
Yeah, but that game is real. They really did what they're doing.
As a point of reference, it's not in our news this week, but Grand Theft Auto 5 passed 100 million lifetime sales this week.
Jesus.
Yo, congrats to Rockstar.
Yeah, it's easy to underestimate how big a deal Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be this fall because it didn't participate in E3, but that is a game that will move fucking hardware.
People have been waiting.
Yep. So if you're talking about things that get people to upgrade to like Xbox One X's or PlayStation 4 Pros, I could see that being that kind of game. Pretty easily. It's wild.
All right. Also, speaking of big RPGs, CD Projekt Red decided to get ahead of the news and tell us that Cyberpunk 2077 is an inherent political franchise.
Nice!
Cyberpunk 2077's quest designer Patrick Mills recently did an interview with official Xbox Magazine Australia, where he commented on the political nature of CD Projekt Red's upcoming RPG, namely that Cyberpunk 2077 will be political in nature. He's quoted as saying, "Cyberpunk 2077 is a game about people with power at the top and people at the bottom with none." He says that power can come from money, from hierarchies, technology, and violence. The original Cyberpunk 2020 setting, like the setting of the Witcher stories, was a complex critique of the author's world, and we don't shy away from that in our games. On the contrary, I think it's one of the things that sets us apart. Cyberpunk is an inherently political genre, and it's an inherently political franchise. Mills also addressed the fact that Cyberpunk 2077 is in the first person, compared to The Witcher, which was in third person. There's a lot of things we get from first person, and part of it is being closer to the character and feeling like you're inhabiting that character. But at the same time, I would also say this. Go play a third person game. Go play The Witcher 3 and look up. Just try to look straight up. You'll find that the immersion never truly works. It never feels like you're looking up. It feels like you're moving the camera around. So, we're going to be in it. It's going to be political, guys. Let's get ready for it. Let's try to take it in. Try to understand. I know a lot of people really avoid dealing with politics, but I think, I had a high school teacher. I had a pretty good politics high school teacher. And they basically told me that politics is just who gets what and how. And those questions, while are big questions, they kind of apply to everything. And they're always, happening to us, even if we're not thinking about them. And sometimes, especially when things aren't going well, it's important to think about them. And I think 2077 will start some good conversations.
It's great to see a developer addressing this head on and saying, this is what this is. And that when I think about the release in May of Detroit Become Human, where Monsieur David Cage deigned to tell people with a straight face, Detroit Become Human is not a political game. And considering the subject matter of that fucking game, it is a ridiculous thing to say. It is a fucking ridiculous thing to say. But he got out there and said, Detroit Become Human is not political. Bonjour.
There it is.
Of course your game is political, you baguette-shaped fucking human testicle. Come on. Come the fuck on. Your game is about androids which are achieving sentience and seeking independence in a automation-dependent capitalist fucking sleeping Gomorrah America fuckville. You're You're a bag of shit, man. But no, he's like, no, it's not political. It's a fun game with robots. Look at the sexy rape. And you're like, a monster. You're a monster, David Cage. Just the number of times where, like, game developers will be like, oh, we choose to see our game as not political. And you're like, you are literally only saying that because you want fucking Gamergator piece of shits to buy your game. Or you'll say something snidely like, our game's not political. And it's like, oh, so what you mean by our game's not political is that your game is specifically catering to Gamergator piece of shits. Mm-hmm. Like, what was that name of that game that came out back in February? Was it called, like, Kingdom Come Deliverance?
Yep.
And, like, when you scratch the surface on that game and you start reading about it, you're like, oh, I don't want to play this video game. There's some things going on here. Good on you guys at CD Projekt Red. You guys are fucking cool. You do cool stuff in game development. You got cool thinks. I am on board with this. I can't wait to play that game. I'm totally hyped. So, would you guys like a Rorschach test of a news story?
Sure.
Oh, okay. This sounds interesting.
I will lead with this story title. 7-year-old releases her first Steam game.
Okay. I'm listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
This sounds cute.
Penny McDonald's debut game.
Oh, Penny! Oh, a child. A small child. Okay.
I literally read her name.
I'm on board! She's working so hard!
Penny McDonald's debut game, Answer the Question, released on Steam this week to unanimously positive reviews.
Nice.
She's 7!
Penny is 7 years old. Her game, Answer the Question, supplies players with an infinite cascade of math questions, which they receive points for answering correctly. After a few days of work, Penny completed the game and asked her father if he could help her publish her game on Steam. I thought that if my family can have this game, why not other people, said Penny. Penny briefly hit a stumbling block after an initial submission. Steam rejected Answer the Question.
Oh no.
Valve asked if we could redesign the logo to please say Answer the Question in full for cases where the logo is present without context, said her father, Lance. Penny came home from school the next day and drew a new logo, which they approved within 24 hours. I have then included in our show document a picture of the logo as drawn by Penny McDonald that was then approved by Valve.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's the part where we talk about how do y'all feel about Penny McDonald's Answer the Question?
A math game. Little girl did a math game.
The girl did a math game. Hopefully her page is, a bit more articulate because her dad's helping than like that other kid's Steam design page was before that we kind of trashed last week. But I don't know. Kids making games is cool, especially at age 7. Hopefully, like, she creates something wild. What if this girl makes the next Tetris? That sounds dope. I'd like to see what she does.
Little girl made a math game. A little tiny girl made an educational game. That's so good. That's so pure.
It is very pure.
She's 7 and made a math game because she wants to help people learn. That's so good. That's so good. Aw, what's her game? What? Answer the question? Brian, buy me that game. I'll play it. I'll play Answer the Question for you guys so you don't have to, and I'll tell you it's a good game.
She's already decided.
Oh,
Brian, talk to us, man.
You don't want me to play Answer the Question?
You can do what you want.
I can probably answer it.
Brian, talk to us, dude. What's going on? What's in your head?
Okay. So, let's say you went to, I don't know, a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the restaurant advertised itself as allowing any chef to cook in the kitchen that wanted to.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're like sitting there and there's like a menu with millions of things on it. And you see a thing on the menu for like $1.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, that's okay. And so you order it, and then comes toddling out of the kitchen wearing a chef's hat, a 7-year-old, holding some barely cooked, not really cooked, kind of like garbage on a plate, walks up to your table, puts down this thing, is like, I made this. Now, let's remove the fact that there's 7 from the equation.
Sure.
Now picture somebody else coming out to your table with some barely cooked, not cooked trash, putting down on your table and going, I made this.
If a grown-ass adult
It's
did
a lot
it.
less charming, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Not charming at all.
So what I'm saying is that Answer the Question is entirely indicative of what's bad about Steam. Steam is filled with shit which should not be there and is not really complete or real game experiences, which overwhelm the usability of Steam as an interface. Like, how many stories have we reported on where developers are like, yup, put my game up on Steam, it got completely horse-fucked, and then they put it up on some other storefront. In our more recent stories, it's generally the Switch storefront, and they're like, I've now completely exceeded my Steam sales because Steam is horse-fucked. Like, Steam is full of shit, which is, like, definitely not games or arguably not games, and I'm just going to throw you guys the link to the Answer the Question.
Thank you. That makes it so much easier.
Here's the Steam page for Answer the Question, where fortunately you can, see some screenshots of it, see the Answer the Question trailer.
You got 2 points. Oh, it's sort of like a text-based adventure, except it's just math questions.
Yeah, like, and it's built in, like, CMD. I get that.
Yep.
Okay, so
7-year-old's first programming escapade, though.
I have that is the important
This is
detail.
not the kitchen fridge.
No.
This,
But Brian, this is important. I understand what you're saying, that this is potentially just adding to Steam's trash, but this, while it is definitely doing that, there are a couple important details, and it's specifically about the developer. Because this is a child, and ultimately, the child who has no idea what they're capable of doing with video games, or probably even what people are capable of doing with video games. This is a kid that basically had a command prompt and decided to make a game out of it. And fostering that creativity and, like, giving that positive feedback, and obviously qualified positive feedback, would potentially steward someone in a positive direction of game development. Like, I'm not saying that Answer the Question is a good game, but I'm grateful that Answer the Question exists because children like Penny McDonald can develop their skills, make something that's valuable.
a lot of what you're saying, I think, is good, but, like, alright, so here's some things I think are true. Mm-hmm. I think that the public availability of Answer the Question is not necessarily going to encourage or inspire other would-be Penny McDonalds out there to make a game.
Sure.
I don't think that there's going to be, like, other 7-year-olds out there who said, like, well, this 7-year-old made a game. That is so super cool. Here's my game, and where I ask you the 50 states and their capital. That 7-year-old does not exist because there isn't really, like, a 7-year-old who is, like, specifically surfing
on Steam. Yeah.
Steam looking for, like, obscure dollar titles made by other 7-year-olds. Also, if you look at the product description for this game, what is missing from the product description of this game? You see that it doesn't say, and the person who made this game is 7 fucking years old. Nowhere in the description. So even if that hypothetical 7-year-old who was waiting to be inspired by this game existed, they wouldn't find that information out from looking at the product description. They would only find that out from looking at external resources like the media coverage that Answer the Question has gotten, which it could have just as easily gotten if a 7-year-old's like, I made a game, and then like a media outlet was looking for a feel-good story. This, I know, a very tiresome topic, and a topic that we try to not address on the show, because when we do, it gets some of us hot, is what is or is not a game. I look at this game and I go like, okay, like, what here would define this as a game? I don't see anything which necessarily would cohesively define it as one.
Really? It has an objective, it has a rule set, and it has feedback.
Okay, but
and
it doesn't.
Points.
But it doesn't have a win condition or an end state.
Neither does Tetris sometimes.
Right, and that's where I start to get dicey. Is that because I would definitely call Tetris a game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say, like, I guess this is technically a game, but I guess it's a game in, like, the same way that, like, say, like an idle clicker is, where I'm just sitting there, like, hitting my mouse button over and over again for the, like, the positive feedback of seeing, like, the number go up. Here, I'm entering the correct number to see the number go up for my point total.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, one of the first things that Tegan said is like, you know, it's good, it's pure, it's going to teach you math. There's nothing it fundamentally does to teach the skills of addition.
Okay.
It just asks you addition questions.
Right.
So there's nothing it does to build the skill. All it does is test an existing skill. So the idea that it's educational isn't even valid, because there's nothing it's doing for skill building or skill creation.
I'd argue for skill building, I'd argue against skill creation, but I'm nitpicking. I'm sorry.
There could be a place for this on a hypothetically more organized and more curated and more controlled Steam store.
Right.
If Steam had a category for like student games or games developed by kids, like that seems like something that would be really fun to deliberately opt into and be like, I'm going to go grab some games made by kids, because there's a ton of them on Steam.
Right.
Like, as we know from our ongoing segment week to week, Answer the Question is not a unique fucking phenomenon. We've encountered at least 2 or 3 of them in our ongoing segment.
Right.
Maybe that's something Steam needs to do then.
That's the thing. That's more about Valve than it is about Penny McDonald or even her father.
All of my problems don't stem from Penny McDonald, don't stem from her dad.
Mm-hmm.
It's that in Steam's current condition, this is a bad thing, and that should make Steam sad. Steam, you are such a shit show that a 7-year-old doing a good is a bad because you suck so much.
Oh man, I can't wait to sharpen those words. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because as it is right now, like one of the things that was mentioned is the idea of positive feedback being a thing that is like something that like a kid could get from this and, you know, have value for a kid. Like I'm now going to read a review for this game on Steam to you guys.
Sure.
Once my cat was walking on a keyboard, she created a game accidentally. The game of my cat was much better than this, but I decided to not publish it on Steam because I thought the store had some barrier of quality.
Rude.
Okay, sure, but like the review right under it just reads, my 7-year-old son is about to enter 2nd grade, and this is a perfect practice tool for him. He's especially excited to be playing a game that was made by another 7-year-old. And as a dad, I'm super excited to be supporting the developer's father, who was awesome enough to encourage his little girl to code and to publish her own game. Keep up the great work. To the little girl that keep asking questions.
Sure. But so many of these reviews aren't necessarily giving Penny any kind of like helpful feedback for her work. Like, like let's say a 7-year-old does anything and comes to you, an adult, you know, like they're trusting their feelings to you.
Okay.
And they bring you like either a piece of art that they made or a thing that they wrote, or they want to show you, actually, this all feels very fucking relevant because I accidentally spent some time around a 7-year-old this week, and I kind of want to talk about that.
I want to talk about your 7-year-old too, because oh my god, she sounded adorable. Fortnite came out like 2 weeks ago, guys. And the guy who made Minecraft is dead.
That's right. Yeah.
Tegan, are you telling my story for me?
A little bit.
I'm just excited.
Okay. But like, when I look through even these positive reviews, Rocky, like the number of these positive reviews that mention the age of the developer, like I look at so many of these and they don't necessarily speak to the content of the game. They're just like, yay, she's 7. Yay, she's 7. Like, there are a few of them that I believe that, like, a kid might find emotionally rewarding and positive. But so many of these are just like, yay, she's 7.
Yeah.
Which is like, just, like, again, like, data which isn't even found here on the page. So it's like somebody got here from, like, the Kotaku story or, like, another one of the stories, bought it because it's $1, and...
played 5 minutes of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you take a look at like the times on record for
most of them are like 0.1 hours. It's about
0.1, meaning that they opened it just so that way they could leave a review, and then didn't like. Here's one which I it's not the most helpful thing, but I actually like. It says just, I can't wait to see what this developer comes up with next. Good work. And it's 1.2 hours on record. So they spent more than a fucking hour with this thing. And they said, you did a good job. I feel like that person didn't want to condescend to this child.
Right.
But so many of these are just like, yay, she's 7, yay, she's 7. Like, I feel like the ones which Penny is actually going to, like, read and see, and that she's going to, I guess, find value from, are going to be the ones that are talking about her game, as opposed to talking about her.
Yeah.
And again, like, this is one of those things where, like, if Steam was actually doing something really cool, like creating, like, kind of like a walled garden, which is designed to protect the kids participating, where you opt in and you're like, hey, I'll play kids games. And then maybe, like, before Valve lets you in, they have you, and again, all of this requires them expending payroll, which they're not going to fucking do. Like, if they had you write a couple test reviews, which they evaluate in order to decide whether to let you into the kids game section, so that way you could then participate with the kids games, and then, like, maybe make the kids games free of charge if the developer is under a certain age. So that way what the kid is getting is the feedback. So that way Steam's not making any money off of it. And then you allow the kids to submit the games for free. So that way there's no cost to the kids or their parents. The kids are getting feedback for free. And then, like, the value is that they are getting access to a user base, which is going to actually give them helpful reviews. Like, as it is right now, it's just throwing it into the same fucking ether as Apple Snake. Like, and that's not helpful to Penny or kids like Penny.
Okay. No, that's definitely true. Steam, we've repeatedly said on this show that Steam needs to do a better job of curating, and there are missed opportunities and even potential damage for developers like Penny, or even people who are just getting started. Those things are definitely true.
Right. And because of the lack of curation and because of the lack of helpful navigating tools, let's say for just a second this was a game developed by a 7-year-old, which there wasn't a lot of publicity around it. Like, looking at this page, there's nothing about this game that me as a buyer would give me any...
buy it. Yeah.
Exactly. Like...
Not even this review that says, this was a great exercise for even my 34-year-old brain. It's been so long since I've sat down and did some good old-fashioned math, and I encourage everyone to do the same.
Well, it depends on where they actually came from. We don't know that if they came from the Kotaku article. And if they didn't, that's definitely all the better. But if they did, then that doesn't count.
Right. Yeah. There are people who bought this $1 game to feel good. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not indicative of the general Steam experience, either for the customer or for the developer or even for Steam.
Right.
It's new so yeah, I had a fucking 7-year-old in my house this week. So my wife's, I guess technically it's a little cousin.
Cool.
Lola, who is the daughter of another one of Beth's cousins, is in town for a month, visiting relatives. So she's here. Her dad is back in San Antonio, and so she's here to visit her, like her grandparents and Beth and Beth's parents.
Mm-hmm.
And so Lola came over to spend the night earlier this week, and Beth went to bed at like 8 p.m., which left me with this 7-year-old.
What time does the 7-year-old go to bed?
Well, let me tell you. Lola went to bed at 1:30.
What?
Yeah. This was not Brian's plan. This was not Brian's hope.
That's not an appropriate time for a 7-year-old to go to bed. 7-year-old should go to bed earlier.
I agree. So first, Lola was like, I want to watch Super Mario Super Show. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, good taste in shows.
So she wanted to watch Super Mario Super Show. And then she's like, and now I want to watch DuckTales. And
also an excellent show.
Yeah. And then she's like, now I want to watch like a 2-hour block of Captain Underpants.
I mean, when I was 7, I read the book, so you know.
And then she's like, I want to watch the Toothbrush Family.
The what?
Yes, and in case you were wondering what the Toothbrush Family, because I sure as fuck was, I wouldn't even put it on for her until I researched what the fuck it was.
Good idea.
I'm like, Lola, I need to find out what this is. It is a Australian cartoon about anthropomorphic oral hygiene products. There's like talking toothbrush, talking toothpaste, and talking floss. And they're all Australian. They're all like, crikey, I go in your mouth. And so it's like the adventure of like floss, toothbrush, and toothpaste. They're the Toothbrush Family. And they like run around the house when everybody's asleep. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? How the fuck do you want to watch a like 25-year-old cartoon from Australia about a talking toothbrush? And then she wanted to watch some other bullshit. But as this was going on, she would periodically tell me important things. Facts I learned, Rocky, include Minecraft came out 1 million years ago. And the very old man who made it is now dead.
Yeah! Woo! We are old gods!
Fortnite is a game that came out 2 weeks ago.
Yes!
Yeah. Dabbing is from Fortnite.
Yes! I love this! Small children are the best. Oh my god.
What was that show? Kids Say the Darndest Things?
Yeah.
Bill Cosby. Jesus.
So I was periodically treated to, as like I'm sitting there having to watch fucking 2 hours of Captain Underpants, periodically Lola would just hop up and go, this dance is from Fortnite. And she would then dance and go, I want to play Fortnite. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like I really have underestimated just the overwhelmingly pervasive nature of Fortnite. Like Fortnite is the planet right now, y'all. Like I don't think I really realized it until it was like 12:30. I'm exhausted on my couch, and there's a 7-year-old being like, "This dance is from Fortnite," in like my living room.
You know, at like
I thought Fortnite
9 or 10 o'clock. At like 9 or 10 o'clock, you can be like, "Okay, it's bedtime," and just put them in their bedroom and turn the lights off, and they'll go to sleep.
That doesn't work with this one.
Why not?
Because what she does is she then gets up out of bed once she thinks the coast is clear, turns the light back on, and plays on her phone.
Yeah, I used to do that too.
You take the phone with her. You take the phone with you.
Look,
she doesn't need the phone. She's going to sleep.
This ain't my kid, Tegan.
Huh?
This ain't my kid.
I know, but like, you're the adult. You make the rules.
No, the adult went to bed at 8 p.m. I'm Brian.
Did Does that mean one of us is the adult on this show? Rocky, is it you? Are you the adult? Well, you're the one who watches porn. So
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
You're the one who watches porn.
Oh God,
that makes you the adult, right?
Is that really like my defining characteristic?
It is now.
Jesus,
you're thirsty.
I need to work on new. I gotta work on new characteristics. I gotta be a new man.
You're thirsty, that's all. You just want a girl in a sundress named Karen with blonde in her hair.
That's kind of intense, Tegan. Can the sundress be yellow?
Sure.
Sick. I'm in.
Why yellow specifically? Why?
So what if she's dressed like a nurse and named Gianna?
Gianna, that's kind of intense, man. I don't know.
Is the yellow sundress like the one that Asuka wore in Evangelion?
Actually, I like the ones, like, I imagine with, like roses on it. Like in
okay.
Like in a pattern. I don't really care about the Asuka sundress.
I gotcha. It's just gotta be yellow?
Yeah, well, it doesn't have to be yellow. It'd be cool if it was yellow. I enjoy that. I like when Gina wears blue. It's great.
I like when girls wear colors. That's my favorite thing about girls' clothing is sometimes it's colored, and I like that.
But monochrome can be kind of cool, too. That's a wholly different
Monochrome's a winter thing. Like, your monochrome wardrobe comes out in the winter. Lots of blacks, lots of grays with, like, some sparkle in it. Yeah, that's Asuka. That's her.
Thank you for looking, because I wasn't going to look, because I didn't trust Brian for a second.
It's the Asuka Langley. That's her.
Yeah, that's the dress that you were talking about. I really didn't want to look at the show chat, because, like, I was just like, I don't know what Brian just posted. I've been burned before.
I made sure it was safe. That's okay.
Thank you.
I think if it had been bad, I would have just started screaming, so that would have been another option.
Okay, Tegan might actually be the adult.
Oh, no! I'm over here eating sugar. I had a pint of ice cream for breakfast. Are you sure I'm the adult?
Okay, so none of us are adults. Brian, you're the adult. Whatever, man. Okay, what are we doing? What's happening? Are we still doing a podcast?
We're trying to figure out why Brian let a 7-year-old stay up until 1 a.m.
Oh, he didn't want to tell the 7-year-old to go to sleep.
You gotta tell the 7-year-old, you gotta put your foot down with 7-year-olds.
Look,
you take their phones with you when you go to bed, and you give it back to them before you go to bed after they're asleep. Duh.
I tried to adopt a hot strat of, I thought I could get her, to tire herself out by just putting on a movie as opposed to short form entertainment. Because I figured if she was watching like these little TV shows, then she would have to pick a new TV show like every, 25 minutes or so.
So what movie did you put on?
Well, that's the thing is I was like, how about a movie? And she's like, no, not a movie, TV. And I'm like, God damn it, you're fucking on to me. Like she knows what's up. And so, like, she won't go for it. She just won't go for it. And I'm like, well, shit.
You gotta go. I'm the adult. Okay. It's 11:30. It's way past your bedtime. So we'll watch one more show and then we're both going to bed. And then you take the phone with you when you go to bed. And then it's not a problem anymore because you're the adult and you made the decision. And you take the phone with you, and you can give it back to her after she's asleep. Or in the morning. Whichever comes first.
Yeah. Well, I will take that under advisement, and the next time I am responsible for the well-being and care of a 7-year-old, I will do that.
That's gonna happen when we come visit you in Arizona, my dude.
You are not a 7-year-old.
I'm 7!
No, Tegan, you're 12.
Yeah, I know. I impose my own bedtimes. I'm like, it's 11:30. I have to take my shower and brush my teeth.
Oh, man. So, guys, I think this was a show. I'm pretty sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure some stuff came out on Steam today.
Oh, we're still doing Steam stuff. Oh my god. Okay.
You forgot. In addition to the Steam game by a 7-year-old, what else came out on Steam?
Well, 99 games came out on Steam yesterday.
That's a lot of games.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. Looks like so far 8 came out today. Today's hot titles include Repeat the Image, Animals.
What?
It's a series.
Yes. It is a game for very young children. The essence of the game is the game provides the main image with a certain animal, and the player below on the screen will randomly be offered 4 options of animals, but the player must choose an animal very similar to the main image. And it's like, this game is perfect for children 2 to 3. In this game, there are 322 high-quality images. Comes with images of sharks, hippos, squirrels, beavers, badgers, wolves, dolphins, hedgehogs, giraffes, hares, zebras, snakes, wild boars, kangaroos, goats, cows, cats, crabs, crocodiles, chickens, foxes, moose, horses, lions, frogs, bears, jellyfish, starfish, seahorses, flies, monkeys, deer, donkeys, octopuses. Fuck you, game. Panthers, spiders, parrots, bees, lynx, pigs, elephants, dogs, owls, tigers, turtles.
I feel like you said tigers twice, but also...
That's because I did.
Okay. Also, I don't know how I feel about games. Not games. I don't know how I feel about 2 to 3-year-olds playing video games.
I'm pretty sure that this game is not what it claims to be.
Okay.
I have some evidence to support this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a porn game?
I do not think it is a porn game, too.
Okay. What kind of game do you think it is then?
Does a game which is going to have you matching static images sound like it would require a GeForce 9600 GT graphics card?
Oh, you're saying it's a mobile game?
I'm not.
Okay.
So this game requires a graphics card that is seemingly significantly more powerful than it should be to play this kind of fucking idiocy.
Okay.
So way overpowered graphics card for what the game is doing. And the developer is Losh Dmitry Sergevich.
Oh, is this Russian spyware?
I think this game is hijacking your system to mine cryptocurrency.
Yo! Nice! That's so wild. Can we report it? Because we probably should, right?
Will you report it, Brian?
Brian, please. You're the adult.
Let's take a look to see what other games Losh Sergevich. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, they've got a lot of games.
How many? Like double digits? Over 100?
Yep. Double digits. Does not appear to be over 100. Looks like it's about 60 or so.
Yo, we need to report this guy. This guy's a problem.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's just...
all of these games appear to require way too powerful graphics cards for what they do.
Yeah, dude, this is a problem. We need
Yeah. There was a game that got caught for this earlier this week on Steam. A game that was like, this game is just hijacking your system to use your graphics card to mine cryptocurrency. The game got taken down. So like, that is another rising problem on Steam, which is cryptojacking games, which are predatorily destroying your system. Dear Jesus fucking Christ.
God, Valve, get on this shit, man.
Yep. Jesus. God damn it. All right, so what else we got? We have Lifeblood.
Wait, Brian, remember to report that game. But, sorry, Lifeblood.
Well, hey, look. Hey, we've reported suspected child porno on this game, on this show before. Like, we do the Lord's work by doing more curation on Steam than Steam does on Saturdays. We also have
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what almost porn game did we report? I don't remember.
You were out that week.
Camping with girls.
No, but I'm talking about before Camping with Girls.
Oh, the hotel one,
which was
too.
the kidnap your underage sister to take her to a hotel game.
Oh, right! Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, I forgot about that game.
Yeah, we got it.
That went down, right? That one's not on Steam anymore?
Nope, they did not take it down.
Nope.
No! Guys!
So, brother, are you sure you still want to do this?
Sorry, Lifeblood.
Yeah, Lifeblood, action fantasy plus survival / battle royale centered around teamwork and team composition. That sentence was written by Randy Pitchford. Lifeblood provides fast-paced, skill-oriented combat that thrives on intelligent plays, team cohesion, and player abilities to adapt to a different combat environment. It also seemingly is a Unity asset flip. Appears to be free to play with treasure chests you can buy, which are blind boxes. Also, magically, it is in early access. Because of course it is.
Hey man, like Fortnite and PUBG took over the world with early access. I don't think we can front of that much anymore.
Let's see here. Next up is Mod Sork Open Alpha Weekend.
No.
Yep. Open Alpha Weekend! Woo!
Open Alpha! Exclamation point. A challenging arcade game about dual wielding and interactive music that will have you going, just one more try.
Okay.
No.
This looks like a... Alright, this game looks entirely stolen.
like the whole thing. They just stole the whole game, Brian?
Yeah.
Who'd they steal it from? What's going on? All the deets.
Looks like it's a game that came from Double Fine.
Oh, way.
What was the name of that Double Fine game? Okay, yes. Okay, I knew this looked familiar. Fucking Christ. Alright. So this game, Mod Sork Open Alpha Weekend looks like a game that Double Fine published a few years back called Drop Chord. Yeah, and I was like, this looks like Drop Chord. And so I went and I pulled up some pictures of Drop Chord just to make sure. I was like, yep, it's Drop Chord, all right.
Wait, like same assets and everything?
Yeah.
Dude, we gotta report that too. That's like actually... Right?
Yep. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's reporting weekend out here, guys.
Next up is Bomber 95. Bomber 95 is a recreation of old school Bomberman-like game with the ability of friends on one PC or over the internet or both simultaneously. 9 unique levels with their own features. A lot of blow-ups and power-ups that change gameplay balance instantly. So this appears to be a 2.5D Bomberman clone.
Okay.
Yeah. Also using pre-built assets, which is hilarious because so they're using stuff like traffic hazard cones and full-size people from the Unreal store. And so it kind of looks weird because it's just like full-size regular people running around blowing each other up.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, couldn't you find some different assets for your asset flip? Then we have Arida, Backlands Awakening, an adventure game with survival elements in the Brazilian backlands. Explore through the arid regions to collect items, solve quests, and find the fate of Sakara. Huh. This one file under doesn't look like complete shit.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, whenever we find one of those, I always like to call it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in contrast, next up is Steamulator 2018.
No.
A Steam simulation game?
The legends that brought you I Can't Believe It's Not Gambling present Steamulator.
Wait, really? I can't believe it's not gambling?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that might be legal!
Yeah. Balance players, developers, money, and morality as you curate your own favorite games in this epic storefront challenge.
No.
Steam
Wait.
Simulator!
Yeah, it's like you're pretending to be Valve? That's what they want you to do?
Yeah.
God damn
Curate.
Just
Curate, make hard choices, evolve, accept games to your storefront and grow your business, balance your players, developers, and money.
Oh.
Think running the platform is easy? Think you can do better?
Brian, what if it's an ARG? What if it's an ARG that's like your first interview for like the Steam curation? We gotta play it. We gotta do it. Just once.
I am kind of tempted.
I know!
I'm looking at some of these screenshots, there's like a guy who's like, this is also available for Microwave 64. And then there's another one that's like,
okay, never mind, I'm back in. I'm back in for Steam.
All right, there's another one which is like clearly like the, little like vault boy from like Fallout. It's like, would you like some mandatory multiplayer with that RPG?
Oh God.
And then there's like a guy who's got like a bandolier of ammo on, and he's like, can we sell hats? See here.
Dude, you gotta play this like on stream. You gotta play it like on Friday, man.
Okay, yeah, I will touch this trash.
Yes!
Fucking Christ. I'm gonna click on the studio now. I want to look at this I can't believe it's not gambling thing.
I can't believe it's not gambling. That's
I can't believe it's not gambling.
That's
okay, I can't believe it's not gambling. Do you love opening loot crates but hate the tedious gameplay sessions in between? Our marketing department has the game for you. Unbox random items, get stuff, but not what you really want. Skate legal and ethical lines. Remember, kids, it's only a video game, so grab your parents' credit card.
Dude, I'm dead. This is the end of my life, Brian. I swear to God.
This one has a review on the Steam page from Jim Sterling. The review reads, "It's hard to say that it's a good game, but it's better than it has any right to be. It's just a loot box sim. It's all it does. But it does give you that gambling high without that gambling debt." There's also a review for... Yeah. Also a Markiplier review.
Uh-huh.
Wait, actual Markiplier?
Yeah.
Yes. These are actual reviews from actual Jim Sterling and actual Markiplier.
I mean, actually, Markiplier does have an actual Steam account, so like, what?
Yeah, and Markiplier says, loot boxes are all the rage. So why not make a game that captures the extreme satisfaction of opening loot boxes in a safe space so you can save your money?
That's right, he did play that game! Oh, fuck, I watched him play that game. Oh! Oops.
Okay.
I forgot that was the thing he did.
So I guess, Stimulator from the guys who made this fucking thing. They have two other games. There's one called Astro Joust and one called Quester.
Quester?
I feel like I've heard of Quester.
Quester, manage a party of personalities on epic and goofy quests. Swipe right when you like. Swipe left on who you don't. Watch out for liars and be careful of how you spend your gold. Of course, there's plenty of exciting encounters along the way. Can you keep everyone happy while turning a nice profit? So it appears to take the essential interaction functionality of Tinder and turn it into a party, into a traditional fantasy RPG.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about something like that before. I was Munchkin as a collaborative swipe game, kind of like Jackbox.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That could be cool. I'm gonna take a look at it.
Yeah, and it looks like the people who've actually bought this Quester game all have very good things to say about it. And then this Astro Joust game looks pretty dope, in fact.
Hey, we found a good developer on Steam.
Yeah, it says Joust with the Jet. This is like Joust with the Jetpacks, multiplayer action packed with mayhem, destroy your friends, or bop them on the head. And there's also so this appears to be... Oh, yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. Okay, but have you ever heard of these fucking guys before? Have you ever heard of Mutant Entertainment Studios? Or, in fact, any of these games?
I feel like... Yeah, I feel like I might have.
But back to our earlier conversation about signal-to-noise ratio and Steam. And lastly, our last game for the day is Sort the Cube.
Uh-huh.
Is it a virtual Rubik's Cube?
Sort the puzzle by sliding the little cubes around.
Oh, okay. So those picture puzzles that are in the house in Wind Waker?
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda. Sort the Cube is a minimalistic puzzle game in which you have to arrange all the sides of a cube in the proper order by sliding around the little pieces that make up the cube into the blank spot. The game features several cube sizes. a couple of images, selectable shuffling. So prepare yourself and start putting those little cubes in their places. And don't forget, the cube has 6 sides.
Oh, it is a Rubik's Cube.
Yep. Well, that is what came out on Steam today. And, before we leave, what I'd like to remind you to do is head on down to Bomba Tacos and Rum.
Oh, Jesus.
Now open in Beechwood.
Are they open in Beechwood, Tegan? Is that
no
right?
one knows where Beechwood is. Yes, they're open in Beechwood. None of our listeners know where Beechwood is, though, because I don't think anybody other than me is listening from Ohio.
Tegan, you gotta get the people in Ohio to listen to our show, and then send them to Bomba. And then they'll sponsor us.
Bomba! I don't even like tacos!
Tegan, don't...
Head on down to Bomba and tell them you heard about them on Impossible Coin.
Also,
Tell me you heard about it from somewhere, but fuck knows where, honestly.
Also, Bomba, don't believe Tegan when she says she doesn't like tacos. She'll come around.
Don't like tacos.
Anyway.
And even if Tegan doesn't like tacos, she could head to Bomba Tacos and Rum to enjoy any one of their great specialty cocktails, like the Plantation Mai Tai or the Jalapeno Paloma.
Okay, so guys, this has been a show. I got it this time, right? This has been a show.
This has been a show.
And if you liked what you heard, or honestly, if you guys didn't, just let us know. The best way to do that is to leave us reviews on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. And if you leave a review on iTunes, Brian owes you a biscuit. It's going to be hot and fresh. Well, it might not be hot and fresh, but he will send you a biscuit. Also, we are on the social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. And if you guys haven't noticed, there's music at the beginning and end of this podcast. It's produced by Big Satch. You can find his work on soundcloud.com/BigSatchNJ, or you can find him on Twitter on Hillary_Swank. We have a Discord. I'm probably going to be hanging out on it for the weekend because I'm watching Evo and listening to anime music. We do stream twice a week. On Mondays, we do Monster Hunter Fridays. Nope. On Mondays, we do Monster Hunter Mondays. And on Fridays, Brian plays Hearthstone and other Steam trash. He's going to try the...
And next Friday is going to be Hearthstone because it's new expansion. Very exciting.
Yeah, we're going to open packs, build some decks, get in the ladder when it's still crazy. Come hang out.
Very cool.
Yeah, so it's us. That's what we've been doing.
Sweet. Then, peace.
Bye!
Later.